everyone, and welcome to another episode of Storytime with the Scariest Podcast.
Yeehaw!
Yeehaw.
You heard me. Yeehaw.
Okay, that makes more sense. I'm Robin Grace, and this is Adam Diaz.
Hello.
And he has a new mustache today.
I do. I don't know what came over me yesterday, but I decided that I want to grow out my hillbilly mustache a little bit. I won't be doing that accent the entire show. But yeah, I did shave down into a nice mustache with a little bit of a soul patch to drive Robin nuts. And I said I was going to keep it until the show. So you're welcome, everyone who watches live at youtube.com/scarish and twitch.tv/scarish podcast every Wednesday, 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You are here because we're going to record Storytime, where we read your homegrown horrors. Robin, what's a homegrown horror?
Homegrown horrors are the paranormal, supernatural, horrifying nightmares, night terror things, experiences that you folks have had that you are gracious enough to share with us, and then we get to share them with the rest of our spooky friends.
Indeed. And if you have a story like that you would like to send to us, please don't hesitate. Email storytime@scarish.com or go to our website, scarish.com, and click on Contact Us, fill out that form, and send it our way. We'd be happy to read it. Let us know as well if you would like us to read it on the air, because if you don't let us know, we might not read it because we're not sure, and if it's something that's private or seems private, we like to err on the side of caution. A lot of you have followed up later and been like, you know what, I sent something before, you can read that. It's totally cool, and we do appreciate that. You can hit us up on any of our social medias as well. We have Facebook, which is facebook.com/scarishpodcast. Our Instagram is @scarishpodcast, and our Twitter is @scarishpod. And we get a lot of contact from you folks on that, especially the Insta lately. You guys are all over us on Insta, and we appreciate it. If you haven't followed us there, you're kind of a jerk. If you have Instagram, that is. If you don't have Instagram, no big deal. But go to @scarishpodcast and follow us. I think we're at like 750. We're pushing 1,000 on a lot of our stuff right now, and 1,000's a big number for various different reasons, and we'd really like to get there. So if you haven't followed us on our social media platforms, please do. I will say, for the people who are live tonight, Robin is going through her own homegrown horror experience because she's trying to log into her Twitch account. She has forgotten her password, and there are so many levels of security that she's trying to basically hack her own mainframe right now. So it's kind of fun to see.
Fuck you. How about that?
All right, so we are going to have a supersized Storytime episode this week because last week we reread some emails that had been sent to us previously. That is kind of everyone's fault, but let's blame the English language because the words read and the words read are spelled the exact same way. That's kind of the reason that this whole thing went down. But we have 8. We're going to do 4 each, and I've been told that they're pretty good. So I'm kind of excited about that. We will still take breaks to see what you folks had to say over there in the stream chat while we're recording live, so that'll be really fun. And I think I'm going to go ahead and read the first one, if I'm not mistaken. Isn't that correct?
You go, girl.
All right. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into the first one, like I just said. This one starts out like this. The subject is new story. And the first word is woo! So I still got my woo in because I did my yeehaw earlier. And it starts out, hey, Adam and Robin.
Hey.
Hello. Taylor here. Smiley face. Hello, Taylor. Smiley face. I hope that emoji is part of your actual name.
Did you hear about the person who had the the driver's license, where when they applied for their driver's license at 16, their signature was drawing 3 cat faces?
Oh, yeah, I heard about this.
And so legally, on all their legal documents that they had down the line, he had to draw 3 cat faces.
Yeah, and the reason that he started complaining about it was because he bought a house.
Yeah.
So he had to sign his name over and over and over, and it's 3 cat faces where they're like, it has to be 3 cat faces, or else you're not going to get the house. It's so funny. All right. So the story goes on, or it begins, because we really haven't gotten into it yet. So a while ago, I sent a story about a pair of creepy eyes in my closet. Something interesting about that house is that it had a pool I like to swim in. Unfortunately, every once in a while when I was sitting on my deck, I swore I could see something swimming in the deep end. One day, I was in my swimming suit on the deck, and I saw the thing in the pool again. So in a feat of stupidity/bravery, I decided to jump in the pool to take a closer look. When the bubbles had cleared up slightly, I looked around and saw this weird shadowy thing at the bottom of the pool. I rubbed my eyes, and when I looked back at where it was gone. I quickly got out of the pool thinking there was something wrong. Later on, I would start to see shadow things out of the corner of my eye that were following me around. My family has since moved away from that house and moved back into the house I've lived in for most of my childhood, but I still see the shadows out of the corner of my eye sometimes. I'm so glad I found you guys, and I can't wait to see more of what you guys have to give. At the moment, I'm on episode 13 of the Storytime episodes, and it really makes me feel better knowing I'm not the only one who's seen some messed up stuff happen to them. Anyways, hope you all have a great day, and keep on creeping on. Thank you for sending that in.
Thank you.
I will say, shout out to Clearly Spooks, who just followed us over on Twitch. Also, shout out to Stab and Stitch, who resubscribed for the 3rd month. Says, love you guys. Keep up the amazing work you both do with 3 hearts.
Appreciate
you so much. That. It's kind of a bonehead move to jump into a pool that you think you see something swimming around in.
Especially if you think it's a Bagul.
Yeah, I don't... well, yeah, I guess. Bagul lives in pictures, but still.
No, well, in the first movie, right? In the first movie, there's a picture or a video of the pool, and they're like, what is that? There's like a shadow thing in the pool.
Bagul's underneath the water?
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be Dustin Hoffman sitting down there, like, contemplating life. That's another reference to The Graduate, which you have never seen. So, fun stuff. But yeah, if you see something spooky, I totally understand. Maybe I'll investigate that. But there's got to be a better way. Like, if you have a younger sibling, you probably should have thrown them in and been like, what do you see? Because then they'd probably be writing us the email, though. But either way, we appreciate you sending that in. All right, let's look over into Stream Chat, see what you folks had to say. Robin has nothing because I think she finally just got into her Twitch.
Finally got it working. And now I don't know how to do split screen on a tablet.
Bummer. I mean, you can go back and forth. You can switch from one to the other. So when you read, you go to one. Is there an
alt-tab?
I don't know. Anyone who owns an iPad, let Robin know in the chat how she can operate this thing because she just got it for her birthday early.
And Adam spilt liquid into my laptop, so I'm too scared to turn it on right now.
I spilled liquid near her laptop, but to be safe, because we now have this, we decided not to turn it on. But that was yesterday. It should be completely dried out just in case anything got in there. But yeah, going to start out at the top. I'll read the YouTube stuff. You read the Twitch stuff.
Okay. So my Twitch stuff is not a lot. Wait, am I reading on that screen?
Yeah, you can read over here. So Blanca Bella was the first one in either chat. Said, hola. Kiana says, hey. I don't know if you wrote it that way, but I read it that way. Yesenia says, yes, got my sushi ready, some popcorn, and some cheese and crackers. I'm ready.
Man, I want all that.
I was going to say, yeah, you need to hang out with us and just toss them into our mouths while we're in between stories.
We will toss popcorn back and forth across the office sometimes.
It's too far, so, like, popped popcorn won't, like, go on a straight line. But if you do, like, popcorn from a bag, like the white cheddar popcorn, that stuff flies a little bit better. So sometimes we can get it into each other's mouths.
And we have dogs, so if it doesn't make it.
Fluffy dustbusters. Yeah. Exactly. Vivian has also joined us. Kiana says, that sounds so good right now in reference to all those snackies. They really, really do. What do you got over there in Twitch, Robin?
So I guess Jang Me and Glitch are here. Hello, and Laura Ann. Thank you, the Snark, for being here as well. I'm glad a lot of people made it out to the show. Sorry,
Indeed.
I couldn't like see the entire beginning myself.
Yesenia says, I got plenty to go around. Well, dog, hit us up. I'm hungry. Not really. I actually had pasta before this that had like meatballs in it, and I'm like fighting off the heartburn right now while I read, so that's pretty gross. Now you know.
The Snark says we've been uncharacteristically, I can't even read, uncharacteristically busy midweek. It's not even funny.
That is weird.
We're the same. Well, at least I'm the same way. I haven't even gone to work this week because I've been studying for my midterms.
News to me.
So,
Where have you been all day?
Studying.
What's his name?
I hate you.
All right, gonna keep scrolling. Maya says, oh my goodness, you guys are on. Yay. Thank you for joining us, Maya. And Britt Newt is also here. Vivian says, okay, this isn't the question of the week, but it is a question. Which is better, Wendy's or McDonald's?
McDonald's.
Really depends on what mood you're in. If I want nuggets, I usually would prefer Wendy's nuggets.
Okay, Wendy's spicy nuggets are really good.
Good spicy chicken sandwich too. But if I'm in the mood for like, I don't know, spicy McChicken plain with cheese, I'm going to Wendy's. Unless it's like I'm poor, then I'm gonna go and get the McChicken
McDonald's
as opposed to the spicy chicken.
McDonald's has the best fries.
I don't think there's any debating. McDonald's does have very good fries.
So, for me, that's the big thing. Is I will go to McDonald's just for their fries.
What I find impressive about McDonald's is the fact that they do all day breakfast now, so I can get hash browns, and they do $1 large drinks. I like that because I can go and be like, "Yo, can I get a Coke Zero?" And it's $1, and I really do appreciate that. But it really depends on your mood. I think overall, I don't know. I like Wendy's stuff better. I like Wendy's burgers and their chicken sandwiches better. They're just expensive. McDonald's is cheaper. But you know what? Everyone has their own opinion, and I respect that. What do you got over there in Twitch, Robin?
Let's see. I'm trying to read, but I don't even have my glasses, so it's like.
Why don't you have your necessary corrective lenses?
I have a pair downstairs, and I don't know where my other pair is. It might be in the.
We'll have to read 4 emails each today, and you don't have anything to read
well,
with.
see, the thing about the tablet is I can just zoom in. I mean, I could do that on my laptop too, but I can zoom in here. Let's see. I'm trying. This is really bad. Okay, so
Do you want me to just read them for this first round?
Thanks.
Okay, the Snark says the gang is all here. Glitchgrim says we're missing Luna and Miss Deezy and B, and they might trickle in later on. Cat Beatrix says to Glitch, hi, all is good. Where are you? All is good where you are? Question mark. Not in the Emerald City right now because of that tornado. We're glad that you're safe, Glitch. We were kind of worried about some of you folks. Laura Ann says I'm exhausted. Spent my night cleaning for the Halloween party we're throwing on Saturday.
Nice.
Still need to finish decorating. Currently making construction paper gravestones. That is pretty badass. Jamie says I hope that everyone has been drinking a lot of water and has been taking care of themselves as best they can. I will say I drink a lot of water.
Do we have water up here?
We don't have any water up here. We don't have any coffee today either because I was too busy getting all this shit set up. Sorry. Couldn't get your stuff on your rider to get here for you fast enough. All right, gonna scroll past a little bit of Twitch chat, but it's really nice to see so many folks here. It's me, Marie says, hi, I haven't been able to watch the stream in a long time, but I'm happy to be back. We're happy to have you back. Thank you for joining us. Kiana said, Wendy's over there in YouTube. Scrolling past some welcome backs that we're getting tossed out there. That's fun. Vivian also says Team Wendy's. Maya says the stash is taking over. I was kind of an asshole today to a few people. And it's just because I'm just fed up with their bullshit. But they're like, man, are you having a bad day? I was like, it's the mustache. It's just the mustache. Like, don't make the mustache angry because I just black out. Brittany says that mustache, though. Very happy that you guys are at least acknowledging that it exists. Scrolling past some of this stuff. Kiana says over there on YouTube, I expected a Mexican accent, but cowboy is cool too, LOL. I don't know. I just like the cowboy accent.
Ever since he did it last night, he's just been doing cowboy mode. And Spooky Mom's been watching Heartland, and so I keep making jokes about how he looks like the granddad in that show. And
Yesenia says, I got my sister hooked on the podcast, and my bestie is watching with me right now. Shout out to your sister. Shout out to your bestie. Thank you for watching. Vivian says, I took a survey over which fast food place is better, and instead of generally voting, we went through each category like ham/cheeseburger, chicken nuggets, fries, etc. I am currently eating a Frosty, and I am having the time of my life. That's funny.
I love their Frosties. I think Wendy's Frosties are really good. McDonald's' ice cream machine is always broken.
It's not true. Our ice cream machine's always working. They just always forget to give us the chopped nuts for your hot fudge sundae.
How do you forget the chopped nuts? Chopped nuts are the best part.
We can actually ask them for it, and they'll still forget it. Maya says, I feel your pain, Robin. And Kiana says, Mexican cowboy. Yeah, pretty much.
Cat Beatrix says, does your stash have a name?
Nah, it's not going to last very long, so I didn't give it a name.
Handlebar Bob.
Handlebar Bob? It's not bad. I can work with Handlebar Bob.
Luna Bin is also here. Hello.
What up? Thank you for joining us. Glitch says, what has eyes and can't see? Cat Beatrix says, me? At least without glasses. Glitch says, me too, but no potatoes. Right now, Robin. Because she can't read any of this stuff.
Let's see.
I don't see anything with the answer to that riddle, so I'm just going to keep scrolling.
Glitch says, is that a slow bro, Robin? It is a derpy slow poke. I mean, not that slow pokes. He's already derpy. It's just a slow poke.
It's an extra derpy slow poke.
Yeah.
I will say, if Robin's laptop is fine. I'm sure it's fine. It's just she has that now, so she can read off of it. And all the computer stuff is in. It all got here today. I can set this thing up. I can start testing it out and troubleshooting it. And soon, hopefully very soon,
the desk is going to be a lot more clear.
Yeah, because I can have the computer tower down here where you guys don't have to look at it. We'll still have our monitor to watch your stuff there. Our stream is going to run through there. My laptop will still be here for me to just read stuff off of, and I can use a mouse again. And I'm super excited about it. Very, very happy. Things are going to be set up really well.
The Snark says, Adam, say it's high noon.
It's high noon. I don't think he has a mustache, though. He just has, like, scruff. Elijah says, Otter is late, but Otter is here. Thank you for joining us. Vivian says, the only thing that would make me feel better about something swimming in my pool is the fact that they probably don't have goggles, so they're probably suffering anyways. That's hilarious. Kaylee says, what's up, Spooky Crew? What's up, Kaylee? Thank you for joining us. We appreciate it. Jill says, nice porn stash. Jill works with me, so Jill got to see this porn stash all day. You're welcome, Jill.
I don't even know what I'm saying, but I'm shutting up now.
None of us do.
Can I read my email?
There's a lot more chat. I'll just scroll past it. It's a lot of people being excited because people are here. Jill says, Robin, we gave him hell at work for you. Yeah, they really did.
I gave him hell last night.
They were nice enough for the first half of the day, I think, just because everyone has so much shit to do. And then by the second half of the day, they're like, get that shit off your face. What's wrong with you? Alexander's joined us and says, hello, friends. Thank you for joining us, Alexander. We appreciate you. Kiana says, oh, my God, Adam looks like George Mendez from OINTB.
I don't know what that is.
OITNB. Oitnib.
Oitnib?
Come on, we can figure this out. What's OITNB? Me and you. We got to figure this out. We're not moving on to the next email until we figure it out.
Berta.
Fucking hate you. Dirty fucking dangles, boys. All right, I don't know. Etsley says, Adam Stash and Robin's hair. Gosh, y'all are really turning it up tonight. You guys look awesome. Why, thank you. Appreciate it. Kiana says, if I could insert gifts into YouTube, man, this would be the perfect moment. That's so funny. Orange is the New Black. I have never seen Orange is the New Black.
We've never seen it, yeah.
We're just sort of saving it. Man, we've watched so much Letterkenny. It's all that's running through my brain right now.
Yeah, and now there's a live show coming to Vegas in
Next
April. So I'm really excited.
We might wind up going. They might wind up by then being so excited to meet us, not the other way around.
No way. They're too fucking funny.
They're hilarious. All right. I'm caught up, kind of. I'll let you read some of the stuff that you're able to see on Twitch once we're done with this. So we are going to go ahead and move into Robin's first, and she's going to give us one of those amazing transitions that she's known for.
So I'm going to get into my first email of the night.
All right.
And did you say that like in a Canadian accent?
No, did it come out in a Canadian accent?
Okay, anyway.
Goddamn Letterkenny, man.
This goes, hi, Robin and Adam.
Hello.
I'm finally totally caught up on all the episodes, and I had to find other podcasts to fill the days between you two.
Other podcasts are the worst.
I feel like I'm cheating on you by listening to other horror/comedy podcasts. That's cute.
That is cute.
But it's okay.
I will say, check out My Dear Queer. We are doing a crossover with them again this year, as long as they accept the stuff we sent them.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if it was good or not, and it definitely came in late. But let's cross our fingers and hope. Yeah, it's going to be a fun episode for them.
So the email continues. I have a few stories and a really fucked up joke. Okay. The first story's about Typhoid Mary, apparently. Last month, I had a barbecue with family, and it was after I had listened to the Typhoid Mary episode. I don't know how this happened, but somebody started talking about eating ass.
Wow.
Hashtag don't eat ass.
Hashtag don't eat ass.
I was a little, maybe a lot drunk and yelled out, no, don't do it. That's how you get typhoid.
Yes.
Oddly enough, that made everybody stare at me, so I had to tell them all about Mary. That's funny. That's pretty good.
That is good.
That's a good, extension of us in the real world.
I like that you put all about Mary as well. It's a pretty good shout out right there. Pretty good reference.
I've never watched it.
You suck so bad. Oh my God.
The second one is creepy ass boyfriend. I don't really sleep in on Saturdays. Wait, hold on. I don't really sleep in, so on Saturdays, I'm awake by 8. A few weeks ago, I'm awake and just playing on my phone while my boyfriend Todd slept. He sat up, looked at me, and said, kill them all. And then very calmly laid back down and continued sleeping.
Kick him out of the bed.
He's possessed.
Kick him out of the bed.
Yep.
You're sleeping on the fucking couch. Tell the couch to kill them.
I mean, even on the couch, I'd just be like, I'm sorry, but I think we need to break up now. It's pretty fucking creepy.
Wow.
Okay, not really, but if you woke up in the middle of the night and said that, I would beat you.
I usually wake up in the middle of the night apologizing for whatever noises erupted from my body in the middle of the night.
No, I'll have to wake him up and be like, holy shit, did you just fart? And then he sleepily just goes.
I wake up and I apologize for the noise that just came out of my body. So it's exactly what I said. But yeah, that does happen. And it's not like I can control it. I'm sleeping and my body's like, I just imagine it's like a scene in like a submarine where it's like, the pressure's too high. Like, we gotta do something. And they open the emergency hatch and it's like,
oh my God.
And you're
anyway.
like, ah.
Okay, the last story here is, you don't even know them. So Todd and I were planning a weekend trip together and we couldn't decide where we wanted to go. I'm a planner, so not knowing was stressing me out. Okay. I had a dream that we were going to Vegas and he somehow worked it out that we'd be staying with you guys. Oh, that's really cute. We were on the way to Vegas and I was sitting in the car pouting and being really pissy. He asked me why I was acting like a child and I exclaimed, You don't even listen to their podcast. How did you even set this up? You don't even know them. I don't remember how the dream ended, but it made it made him laugh when I told him the next day.
It's funny.
Those are all my stories for now. I will, of course, check in with more. And then the joke. Okay, so I'm going to tell the joke. It goes, why aren't there any jokes about Jim Jones?
Why?
Because the punchline is too long.
Wow.
What the fuck?
It's a pretty good joke, I won't lie.
It is a good joke, but it's a really fucked up
I saw
joke.
Halloween costume ideas today, and someone put Jim Jones and the Kool-Aid Man.
What the fuck?
And I was like, that one's pretty fucking funny, I won't lie. So, good stuff. Thank you for sending that in.
Yeah, thank you so much.
I really like that, and I'm pretty sure they're watching right now. I look over and I see Turn the Page in our Twitch chat says, this is me. I just told him I had to dump him. That's hilarious.
Oh my god.
I didn't say dump. I just said banish to the couch, because if you're waking up in the middle of the night saying that shit, I think that goes for both parties. You shouldn't be laying next to someone. It's potentially dangerous. All right. Let's look over into stream chat, see what else you fine folks had to say. I texted my mom and asked her to look for your glasses, because even though you said that you can zoom in on that, I noticed that that was not going well. So I'm not sure why.
Oh, no, it wasn't because I couldn't read it. It's just certain words were misplaced.
Oh, okay. Well, either way, hopefully I get a response, unless my mom is working, in which case then we're fudged. So no big deal. But let's scroll up and see everything you guys said.
All right, so
Etsley said GIFs. Do you mean GIF, Adam? No, because it's a graphic image format. That's what it stands for. And you don't pronounce it graphic. Just saying.
Cat Beatrix says, I danced a little for you when you announced the new computer in the last episode.
So fucking excited.
He has been so stoked, and he was so excited when he bought it, and now he has to, he gets to, not that he has to, he gets to put it together now.
I enjoy putting computers together. I've done it a lot in my life for multiple people, and I haven't gotten a computer since 2010. So it's been 9.5 years, and my old one eventually got to the point where I just wound up unplugging everything and putting it away because I wound up getting a laptop, and I haven't had a desktop to run stuff off of, and it's very exciting because I built it out specifically so that we can have like webcams for each of us and enough USB ports to do whatever the fuck I want for our broadcasts. And Robin's sister wound up getting a camera mount that goes over like a desk so we can do like board games straight down. And I'm really excited. I think it's going to be a whole lot of fun to have it, and hopefully it increases our production value some, but most importantly, the consistency of our production value.
Yeah,
like that's what I'm hoping for.
And my sister's going to come over and help us with more video setup stuff. So hopefully it'll be a lot more content in the future. Lunabin says loves your stash.
Oh, why thank you.
And Glitch says
this cat outside our door won't stop fucking crying.
She wasn't crying until you came home, I'm telling you.
She just wants to hang out. I know, but she'll come in, she'll claw my chair, she'll claw me, she'll walk all over fucking everything. It'll be a nightmare.
Glitch says get this man a puppers.
That's funny.
I was looking on that dude's Twitter today, and that's really his dog.
Really?
The one he puts in a full Nelson.
The boxer?
Yeah.
It's so fucking cute.
That's actually his dog. It's so cute. Alrighty. I'm done.
Minnie Maria says, yes, my night just got better watching Scary-ish while I wait on my pineapple upside down cake to finish baking.
Ooh.
Aren't you fancy?
That is fancy.
Kiana said, Etsy. Oh my god, yes. Look it up, George Pornstash Mendez. I guess I'll probably have to Google that. You said, edibles, anyone? Not me. I'm straight edge. I don't look down on anyone for doing it, though. In fact, I know quite a few people who do it. I've just never been one of those dudes. Minnie Maria says, Robin, I love your hair.
Thank you.
Vivian has given us the official question of the week. If you could be best friends with one celebrity, what celebrity would you choose? That's a good question, because you don't really know if they're going to be a douchebag in real life or not. Can
I pick Chris Evans?
You can. Best friend, though, not fuck buddy.
Best friends. It's hard. I don't know. Why not Chris Evans? He has a cute dog. I can hang out with his dog all the time.
Chris Evans is fucking awesome.
I could
I love
babysit
Chris
the dog
Evans.
when he's working.
He's definitely in my top 5. I'm not sure. I think I picked Jim Carrey.
No.
I picked Jim Carrey because he's weird. He'd always be fun.
Thank you so
Shout
much,
out to
Amanda.
Meadows1127 for subscribing for the 4th month. We appreciate it. I would pick Jim Carrey because Jim Carrey reminds me a lot of Robin Williams. And I would love to be best friends so I could be like, yo, dog, yo, hit me up.
Glitch said Betty White.
Betty White's pretty
It's
good
pretty
too.
good.
Blanca Bella 23
Thank
just
you so
subscribed.
much for
Thank you, Blanca
subscribing.
Bella.
Oh yeah, can I subscribe? Wait, let me see.
I think I just stole the subscription before the show. I also subscribed 5 minutes before the show started. I'll rerun my notification. Malem just subscribed. Booyah! That's my message.
I think I subscribed to my friend's channel already.
I think you did.
Yeah.
Right on. I got a little bit more, but not a whole lot more. Kiana says, just blame the noise on the mustache. Kiana also said, Keanu Reeves is who they would pick because our names are almost closely sound the same, and it was my nickname in school. LOL, and I would want John Wick to be my friend. Who wouldn't, right? Alexa says, how are you guys? Pretty good. I'm doing pretty good.
I have a whole bunch of midterms this week, so I've been studying, and I'm just tired. But I've been like drawing a whole bunch on my new tablet, and it's great. I actually feel like I'm getting stuff done, so that's nice.
I have seven big projects at work that are all doing like the next 7 days, and I got 2 of them done today, and I hope to get the biggest one done tomorrow. So I'm doing all right, and I'm very happy that I'm here. Vivian says, graphics interchange format. You were really close, Handlebar Adam. Whatever, it's the same fucking thing. The point is graphics is the first word.
Did you say interface?
Graphic image format, I think is what I said. So that was close.
Lunabin says Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds is pretty good.
That'd be cute.
He's pretty good. I like Ryan Reynolds. Kiana says, Vivian, you should have started with, I must ask you a question. It's pretty funny. All right. Elijah says, Pink. She's rad.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good one. She lives out here, too, or at least she has a house out here. So not far from us. It's like between where we live and where I work. It's not far. So I think I am next. I'm caught up, and we're just hanging out. Brittany says, best of luck on your exams, Robin.
Thank you.
So let's go ahead and mark this spot, and I'm going to move on into my second email. So that is that. That is that. And away we go. So I'm going to move on to my second email of the show, and this one's subject is Homegrown Horror - Spooky Childhood Experiences.
Okay.
Starts out like this. Hey, guys.
Hey.
Hey, I was waiting for you to say hey. You can share these on the podcast. Good spot to put that. Appreciate it. My name is Addie, and I am from Swanton, Ohio. Just so you know, Robin's basically going to say you're from Utah, because she gets Utah and Ohio mixed up literally all the time. Don't know how. I don't know how you mix up those two states. It's really weird.
Yeah, it's just something my brain does to me. I always mix them up. And for the longest time, I thought my friend was from Utah, and she wasn't from Utah. She's from Ohio. It's just this weird thing.
And it's even more confusing because her sister's from Utah. So her sister lived in Utah and then moved down here. So it's just...
my brain doesn't work.
She never gets it right, but that's not her fault. It's okay. Swanton, Ohio is a small town surrounded by even smaller towns in northwest Ohio. I grew up in the same house that my grandma grew up in, and while she has never mentioned having any weird experiences, I have had multiple. I'll put each story into a different paragraph.
Cool.
When I was really little, probably around 2 or 3, my mom says that I would talk about seeing a white boy and a white man outside, assuming white as in ghost, as I probably didn't understand the concept of race at that age. I would tell my mom that these 2 people were getting into her car. Obviously, my mom never saw anything. I credit this next experience to the fact that kids are weird as shit, and I especially had an interesting imagination. I was probably around the same age as when I saw the white boy and the white man. Apparently, when my parents would ask me a question or talk to me, for example, hey, Addie, what do you want to eat for breakfast? I would look up at them blank-faced through barely open eyes and say, I'm not Addie, I'm Becca. I put that voice in there.
That'd be fucking hilarious.
Yeah, it'd be creepy too. At the time, I think this freaked my mom out quite a bit, and she says she thought I was possessed. I'm sure she related this to Danny and his friend, Tony, from The Shining. I obviously don't remember any of this. It's kind of a funny thing we laugh about now. That's pretty creepy. I'm glad you've gotten to the point where you can laugh about it with your parents, because I'm pretty sure a lot of parents would just be like, adoption for this one. My great-grandmother lived in my house before my parents moved in. She passed away when I was a baby, but I think she comes back to visit from time to time. My mom says she can still smell my great-grandma's perfume in the bathroom sometimes.
That's really cool.
Yeah. It's weird that it's in the bathroom, though. It's like, great-grandma, I'm pooping. Please get out.
Shut up.
She's like the best air freshener, though.
What
Other times, I or another family member have come home to the smell of a holiday dinner being prepared, even though it was not a holiday and no one else was home or cooking anything. So I am right. She's the best air freshener because that's awesome. And all those scents like attached to memories for so many people, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I have so many scary stories, but I thought it would be easier to send these more lighthearted ones in a separate email. I love the podcast. Even though I get spooked when I'm listening while home alone, I enjoy listening at work to make the day go by faster. Keep it up, guys. Addie.
Thank you so much, Addie.
Thank you for sending that, Addie. Or Becca, whatever your real name is. But yeah, I think a lot of these things get chalked up to kids are fucking creepy and they say really creepy stuff sometimes.
They do.
So just keep track of them, write them into us because they're absolutely hilarious. And I'm just really glad that it's not happening to me because it would probably terrify the shit out of me. So thank you. Let's look over in stream chat. See what you folks have to say.
I have a lot of talking about Ryan Reynolds.
Well, how do you not talk about Ryan Reynolds?
Yeah, it's true. He's just so... He's in everything these days.
He's charming. He's handsome. And I hope he's a good dude in real life.
The problem with Ryan Reynolds, though, is all his characters recently
are very much
the
like
same.
Ryan Reynolds.
They're all the same. So that's a little annoying for me, but doesn't make him any less hot.
I think he has a wheelhouse he stays in, and every now and then he goes out of it, and it doesn't necessarily work out well. Or he gets like a movie where they're like, just be yourself, bro. Like Waiting, he's hilarious in Waiting, but he's basically Ryan Reynolds in Waiting, you know? And then like Deadpool, it's like his amped up version of superhero Ryan Reynolds, which works. It totally freaking works. But I haven't seen him in like dramas before. He's really good in Smoking Aces. That's a really good movie, and he's excellent in it. And that movie ends in such a badass way too. So I don't know. I'd like to see him in something a little bit different. Kind of like how Daniel Craig had that one movie where he was just like a dumbass. I can't remember what the name of it was, but it was like a crime drama or something like that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about?
Where he plays a criminal.
Yeah, and we're like, is that Daniel Craig? I don't know. Got to see it. Chris Evans is in this new movie called Lights Out. That's Knives Out. My bad. Knives Out. That's coming out soon. That I'm kind of excited to see.
I want to watch Living with Yourself. It on Netflix with Paul Rudd.
Yeah, I heard it's good.
And Eli, that new Netflix horror movie. I want to watch that too. So we should do that sometime soon.
Okay. I'm going to scroll up and get to my YouTube stuff.
Jang Mi says, I had a dream once that Ryan Reynolds knocked on my door and tried to sell me a vacuum. And then I bought 80 and had to sell everything I owned. And my dog got mad at me.
I was going to say, I'd buy that vacuum. Alexis Coomer says, Coomer Alexis on Instagram. Cool. Right on. I already read that part. It was best of luck to you on your exams. Vivian says, in art class, we are drawing with pens and ink jars. I never had art class after like 8th grade. It was an elective in high school, and I just didn't take it. So I took home ec instead, because that's what most of the chicks are taking.
I don't think I took art in high school either. I think I took choir instead of art.
Vivian says, it's super dope.
Glitch says, look at the Bob's Burgers guy. Same guy for everything, and amazing.
Oh, yeah. H. John Benjamin.
He has the best voice.
I love him to death. And now he's like spokesperson for Arby's, and I feel like I should eat Arby's just to support him. Yeah. Even though I know he already made his fucking money. It doesn't matter.
I just love him as Archer. And then the Archer Bob's Burgers crossover episode. Yeah. So good.
And Coach McGurk. He's so fucking good as Coach McGurk in home movies. If you've never seen it, absolutely watch that show. Elijah says, art class is always fun for me. I hope you enjoy it. I also mix up Idaho and Ohio. That's interesting. Vivian says, excuse me, Robin, as a proud Ohioan, I am offended.
Don't be offended. My brain just doesn't work.
Vivian also said, who the fuck is Becca? That's I think the exact words that would come out of my mouth if my kid said that.
Meadows asked where your 6-shooter is.
It's right here. Want to come over and check it out for me, cowboy? I don't have a gun. I don't own a gun. My dad has a bunch of them, though. Can borrow one if I need to.
Cat Beatrix says, I also took choir.
Right on.
I loved choir. It was really fun. I took it for 4 years. It was pretty good.
Minnie Maria says, I don't know if he counts as a celebrity since he isn't an actor or musician, but Stephen King, he is most definitely a celebrity. I want to know how his mind works. I would be a little scared to be friends with Stephen King, like master of horror. But it's like when you read some of his books, there's always one thing where I'm like, this is like really weird. Like not scary, but like weird. Like It, there's like the gangbang scene in It that they kind of cut out of all the movies because like you're not going to film fucking 11-year-olds.
Yeah. Like 6
fucking 11-year-olds fucking one chick. Like, I don't know if you know that that's in the book, but it is. And I just remember hearing about it and being like, I don't want to finish this book anymore. I was like, that's really weird. He always has some stuff. There's an article out there. It's like the 10 most fucked up things Stephen King has ever written. And like when you go through these, it's just like, yeah, it's a really good point. Some of the stuff is really creepy. But it would be kind of fun to know like how his mind worked. As long as he didn't like try and include me in the story, I think that I would start to get pretty creeped out.
Pretty creeped out.
I knew you were gonna notice it.
Okay.
Minnie Maria says, I also want to pitch horror ideas to him.
Oh, that'd be cool.
What are you gonna say?
Is it my turn to read?
Not yet. Vivian says something very important. Okay, guys, pineapple on pizza? Yes or no?
No.
The answer is absolutely fucking not. If you do that to a pizza, you might as well just throw the pizza away.
I'm from Hawaii, and it's so annoying.
I get everyone has their own taste, and everyone's palates are different. I don't like mushrooms, and a lot of people like mushrooms, so people are going to say I'm crazy. It's one of the few things I take a hard stance on. It's a hard no for me. I do not like pineapple on pizza.
That's a Texas size 10-4.
Texas size 10-4 on that. 10-4 means yes, though, so it's a Texas size non-10-4. Looks like Yesenia had to take off, so good night, everyone. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Yesenia also says, yes, pineapple on pizza, 1,000%. Yuck. So
Meadow
gross.
says yes on pineapple. Cat Beatrix and Luna both say no. And then Academy Dog says, anyone else thinking Arby's?
That's funny. Alexis over there in YouTube says, I tell you one of my stories on Instagram. We have a backlog. We just got into August. So whatever day that you sent us your story, I think we just got into the beginning of August. So you can kind of extrapolate from there what day that story will be read, because there's like 50 or so in queue in front of you, I think. Maybe not 50. There's 50 left in queue, but we'll see. Kiana says, do not watch Hereditary, scariest freaking movie ever. I always hear people argue about it. We've just never seen it.
We just haven't watched it yet.
Minnie Maria says, never had pineapple on pizza, but I intend trying it someday. Sounds interesting. Do half of the pizza. That way, if you don't like it, you can eat the other half. Vivian says, another important question, soccer or football? I think it's based off of where you live. Football for me, obviously. I do like soccer, though. It's just a little bit boring every now and then. But football can be, too. Minnie Maria says, what? Mushroom is a must on pizza. I only ever eat mushroom pepperoni pizza.
On pizza.
You're disgusting and I hate you. Vivian says Skittles or M&Ms. Vivian, save some of these fucking later. We got 5 emails to go. However, the correct answer is whatever you feel, whatever you're in the mood for.
Neither.
M&Ms are chocolate. Skittles are like sweet, so it's a little bit different.
Unless they're the caramel M&Ms. Holy shit, those are so
Holy
good.
shit, she won't stop. Vivian says milkshakes or smoothies. Milkshakes all day. You can tell because like I'm fat, so I pick milkshakes. Smoothies are for healthy people. Fuck that. Kiana says pineapple on pizza, sure, as long as there's Canadian bacon with it. You know it's really good. Canadian bacon without pineapple on that pizza. All right, I'm stopping. There's way too many over here. We'll get to them later. All right, Robin, go ahead and take it away with your second email.
All right, so my second email is from Izzy, and it goes, I have a story to share, and it definitely can be read on the podcast. Thank you. Sorry in advance if the punctuation's all over the place. You're fine. This happened when I was in 8th grade. I was about 14 or 15 years old. Mind you, the 8th grade floor was in the basement of the building. Sorry, Robin.
Ooh, snap. That's
Why do they have any classrooms in the basement? Isn't that just where the caretaker keeps his shit?
I will say, like, my high school, when I was in elementary/middle school, we had the high school attached to it as well. It was this giant building. It was 2 stories, but, like, there were a few rooms where, like, this was the high school on one side, this was the elementary/middle school on the other side, and in between, like, you would walk down this, like, narrow hallway that would, like, lead you down. So it was technically a basement, but they didn't have staircases to it, and that's where, like, the music room was, the art room was. We had a small gym down there, and then to get to, like, the high school side of things, you'd, like, walk up the slope, and then there was also a staircase that would take you to more high school stuff. The upstairs, the second floor, like, wound up getting condemned, and then we wound up using the middle school side as high school stuff for, like, 1 year. That was when my brother was in high school, and then finally they were like, we have to build a new fucking high school.
How did they condemn just the second floor?
Because it was fucked. Like, and they wound up, like, not letting us use, like, that part of the school for a long time. So when I was in 8th grade taking, like, finals and shit, there was construction going on all over my school, and it was just tons of noise, and I was like, I don't know how I'm going to pass any of this shit. It was so stressful. But, like, the new high school opened up, like, I think the year my brother was a senior. So he got to be, like, the first class that graduated from our new high school. He was also year 2000. Fuck that guy. He had everything. It's not fair. Sorry, I know how I made this about me, but it did. Let's get back to that.
Anyway. Oh my gosh. Okay, so now there was a rumor that the bathroom on that floor was haunted, and to be quite honest, I wasn't believing any of the rumors. While in class, I asked to go to the bathroom. I mean, when you gotta go, you gotta go. I got permission, and out the door I went. I walked down the hall to the bathroom, and as soon as I walked in, I noticed it was quiet. There was no one else there. I didn't pick up a stall. I picked a stall, and did my business. Now this is where it gets weird and scary. Mid-wipe, I heard the door to one of the stalls open. I decided to bend more to see if anyone else had come in, and there was no one in that bathroom but me. Ugh, nope. I always, being alone in bathrooms freaks me out, so I run out as fast as I can.
I'm relieved because honestly, like, I feel pressure to poop faster if someone else is in the stall because I feel like they're judging how long I'm taking.
Yeah.
So, like, if I'm in the bathroom alone, I'm like, take your time, like, read some news on your phone, like, take a load off and take a load out. But if I, like, go into a bathroom and there's only one stall available, I'm like, God damn it, like, I need to hurry up. Like, people are going to be like, wow, he spends all day in the fucking bathroom. But it's not like they know my shoes or whatever, but I just get paranoid like that. I don't get paranoid about, like, ghost shit. I get paranoid about other people's judgment in the bathroom. I prefer for it to be alone.
Okay.
I like how you have no dialogue with me this episode. It's just you saying okay and moving on.
What does that have to do with haunted bathrooms?
I'm saying because they're like, you just said like you hate being in a bathroom alone.
Because I don't want to get fucking stolen by spirits.
But I said I'm the opposite because I don't worry about spirits in a bathroom. So that's exactly what it has to do with it. It's 100% related. Stop acting like I'm crazy.
The door then slammed loudly and I pulled up my underwear and pants up all at once, flushed, and noped the fuck out of there. That was honestly the first time I've ever experienced anything like that, and I will say I did wash my hands on another floor. Izzy.
Wow.
That's it's pretty relatable because I would totally freak out and run. I've never checked if I heard a bathroom stall open. I never checked to see if there's another person that's come in there because I try to get out of there as fast as I can. Sometimes I'll skip looking at the mirror. I'll look down, wash my hands, don't ever look up at the mirror, and then run out because I don't want to see anything.
What I do is I go into the bathroom, find an empty stall. If there's two stalls, okay, let me rephrase this. If there's a handicap stall and that's the only one that's free, and there's another floor I can go to, I go to the other floor. Everyone else I work with just goes into the handicap stall, and we have multiple handicap people that need to use that stall on my floor. And I'm like, you're a fucking asshole. I think it every time they do that. But yeah, I go in, I do my business, I look in the mirror while I wash my hands to check out my sweet fucking mustache, wash my hands and leave. And before I leave, I peek in the mirror one more time to check out my sweet fucking mustache. It's fun. You run your hands through it.
Are you going to post a picture of your mustache?
Right when the show is over, we're posting it to Instagram so everyone can see it. So if you're listening and you didn't watch us live, it'll still be on Instagram. It's going to exist out there forever, and you can see my sweet fucking mustache.
All right.
Okay, let's look over in the stream chat, see what you had to say. I take offense to the fact that, like, what does this have to do with the email? It's like, it has everything to do with the email. With the tangents that you fucking take to tell us about an episode of Buffy or an episode of Doctor Who, it's like, how dare you?
Okay.
I will fucking end this stream and just walk out. Not really. Not at all. I'm not being serious. Oh my God.
What?
I'm looking up to see like all the stuff that's been said, and I see Kiana says, my milkshakes, because they bring all the boys to the yard. We knew someone was going to have to say that sooner or later.
Jang Mi says, I only eat pineapple with lihimui, which is totally understandable.
With what?
Lihimui. Lihimui. It's like remember that red powder that I had that's like kind of sour that you can put on stuff? Like you can put it on whatever you want. You can make margaritas and rim them.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
So just pineapples, you probably dip it in that and eat it that way.
Right on.
Still sweet and sour. It's pretty good.
There was like a super cocaine joke in there because you said red powder, but I couldn't get there.
Okay.
Vivian says ketchup or mustard. They're different, so you do different things with them. Like mustard on sandwiches, mustard on spicy stuff, ketchup on like burgers, something that you want to cut through like all the grease. What else we got? Vivian also says bacon or sausage. Those are two different things as well. Also, yes. I'm not going to pick one. You can't make me.
Meadows asked how you get the first icon in Twitch. So the first icons are founder icons. So I guess since we've been around, or if they just released them, did they just release them? Is that why?
Yeah, I think they did.
But
shout out to David McClam, who is subscribed over on YouTube. Me and David used to work together.
Oh, hi.
David's a wonderful fucking human being. I'm pretty sure I've told stories about David on this show before.
I believe it.
Yeah, and I've most definitely talked to Robin about David. David, I know you're watching because you just subscribed. I love you. I miss you. You're like one of the only things I miss about that fucking place. So thank you for subscribing, man.
So the first icons are founder icons, and that just means that whoever has it subscribed when we first started. So I don't know how. It must not be length of time. It's definitely
when you started.
When you started.
Right on. Kiana says, as I request to IHOP, one of each, one bacon, one sausage. That's the correct answer. You don't have to pick one. We're fucking grown-ups. I mean, most of us are. Like, I can have cake for dinner if I want to. I can just eat nothing but a package of fucking bacon if I want to for breakfast. I'd probably be dead, but I could do it. Vivian says, for French class, we had to make a French food, and I made chocolate eclairs, and apparently they were so good, one of my friends ate 4.
Wow.
That's hilarious. Minnie Maria said, Adam snapped with a laughy face. I did snap a little bit there. It happens, though.
Let's see. Glitch says, I want a milkshake now. A caramel apple one from Steak and Shake. I want a caramel apple milkshake. I didn't know Steak and Shake had caramel apple milkshakes.
Vanilla, Oreo, my faves. Caramel apple. When I hear caramel, I instantly think it's going to be too thick. So if it's not too thick, it would actually be really good. You're a fucking slut. I hate you. Minnie Maria says, Buffy is always relevant, though. What are you talking about, Adam?
I always say it's like that one episode of whatever I'm talking about because it's like that one episode.
And when I say, like, here's my bathroom habits, bathroom email, you're like, how does this, like, relate to the email at all? Vivian says, I have something called automatonophoba. I don't know if I said that right. I probably didn't. And that means I'm afraid of puppets, wax statues, and mannequins because things that aren't human should look human. That's hilarious. David says, sorry I'm late, but, you know, yeah, I know, man. I know. David's kind of blind, so it takes him a while to get places. He says, love you too, bro. Aw, bromance.
It's me, Mary says, or quoted what I said when I said I don't want to get stolen by spirits. That's funny.
Emma says,
for real, like, you know, okay, my biggest fear growing up with the bathrooms was my mom growing up was an esthetician. So we had those model heads, like mannequin heads.
Yeah.
And
we had one of those in my house too.
Yeah, and I had nightmares that a fucking mannequin head was going to come out of the toilet and get me. So I would just
a mannequin head would come out of the toilet to get you.
Yeah.
The one thing I was scared of, and I mean sincerely scared of for a while, was a spider in the toilet biting my ass trying to crawl up my butthole. And then I realized as I got older, like, he wouldn't stand a chance if he crawled up my butthole, and I wasn't too worried about that. And I was like, if he bites my butt, then it'll be like really scratchy butt all day. So I used to flush the toilet before I pooped every time because there's that fucking video, and it's exactly what I pictured when someone like in Australia flushes the fucking toilet and like a wolf spider gets shot down the drain because it was hiding because it's just waiting to bite your ass. Emma says, hello, I just got out of another 4-hour fluid mechanics exam. Gross. I hope you did good. Vivian says, well, being an adult does have perks like eating cake for dinner. I don't have to pay taxes. I don't have to go to work, and I get the summer off. Vivian, I appreciate all that you do for this community and your support. I sincerely do, but fuck you. You don't need to rub that shit in my face. I miss it so much. All right. Beatrix said to Emma, gross, in regards to a fluid mechanics, but super happy that you're here. So we got
Academy Dog says, my work bathroom has a mystery person who shits on the seat like twice a day. It sucks.
That's fucking nasty.
That's gross.
Looking over in the stream chat, I can see that the Snark said, David, the Snark is Justin from work, in case you didn't know.
I'm sure there's more than one Justin, though, right?
He knows which Justin.
Oh,
there's
okay.
Yeah, there's a bunch of Justins at work. There's fucking one Justin.
Aw,
okay?
The Snark says, I love you too, David.
Aw.
Okay, so
you're welcome for that glitch,
says, I have no idea why I don't have the first thing. I think it's because my Twitch broke. I have no idea. I guess it depends on the first day you ever subscribed. Like, not followed, but actually, like, subbed. So, I have no idea.
I'll ask my mustache and see if it knows. It's not sure.
The Snark says, Robin, you know you can't believe half the shit our parents tell us before we're 5. My mom had it, and I swear that mannequin head growing up, just seeing it all the fucking time gave me so many nightmares. It's just this head, and her face is so dead looking, you know, and it just...
It's a dead head?
Ugh, it was bad. It was so bad. It always freaked me out.
Side note, and they don't know what I'm talking about. Did you sign up for the 5G? The 5G network? Like, you know, we have all those channels because we have that fancy router.
Yeah.
You were signing up. You're like, oh, I don't need the 5G. You said that, right? That's why your stream's not working. Just so you know.
I haven't pressed play.
Oh, damn it. Fuck. Thought I had her there.
Bitch.
You got to take your small victories, but I just fucking backed myself into a corner on that one. Son of a bitch. All right. I'm caught up over here. I'm starting to get more stuff. Are you caught up over there? If not, just read them. You're just very silent. You're very silent right now.
I'm caught up. Yeah, I'm caught up.
Right
Sorry.
on.
Now I'm just thinking about Mannequin Heads.
Mainly an audio medium, but I mean, we have the camera too. But either way, dead air doesn't help, and you're sitting over there with this.
I'm just like thinking about mannequins.
Cold, shook look in your eyes because you're thinking about these mannequin heads from your past. I'm wrapping my cord really fast, folks. Don't mind me.
Why?
Because it helps it not bend that much. Because right now it's bending forward because it's catching the edge of the desk. So it bends it back a little bit, but it can handle that. So, you good with that? You gonna lecture me on it?
Go.
You're staring at me. You're just staring at me, and it's unnerving me.
I don't understand.
You're looking at me like a mannequin head right now, and it's really creeping me out. All right, I'm going to move on to my third email of the show, and this one's subject is pretty good. It's chased out of McDonald's by a tweaker. Can share on pod. You would have what?
Freaked out if it had something to do with mannequins.
That'd have been pretty funny, though. Even though the people that are listening right now and are not watching live have no idea what you're referencing. This is why you should watch the live shows. She's afraid of mannequin heads.
I'm afraid of mannequins. Like that first episode of the new seasons of Doctor Who where it's all about
Eccleston one?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, man.
You were like, I got to watch this show. It's so terrifying. And I was like, this is the stupidest shit I've ever seen. Mannequins come to life. All right. We're starting this. So, this homegrown horror starts out like this. Hello, Robin, Adam, and Spooky Mom.
Hello.
Hello. Thank you for including Spooky Mom. So, I'm a Vegas listener, and I was chilling at one of our local McDonald's with some friends since we went to First Friday, and we were hungry after. Then, the craziest and most terrifying thing happened to me tonight. Okay, so for reference, it's like 11 p.m. when this all started to happen, and we left around 11:25-ish. Everyone I was with, including myself, it was 3 females and 1 male. So to get to the story, this man was tweaking hard at McDonald's we were at. Like tweaking, talking to himself, kept staring at us. It was insane. And he kept walking in and out of the place while staring at us.
That's creepy.
He's walking in, he will sit down, stare for like 5 minutes, then slowly walk out again. He'd also stare at us as he passed the windows.
What?
It was nightmare type stuff.
I would fear for my safety.
Yeah.
That'd be so scary.
The first thing that would come to my head if this show was happening is like, am I going to have to fight a fucking tweaker tonight because I went to the wrong McDonald's? And I hate that shit. By the 3rd time he walked in, I was like, guys, we need to go because I wasn't sure if he had a weapon. I thought I low-key saw a gun chilling on the table, but wasn't sure. And I'm not here to mess around with that. He also kept his hand in his pocket like he was holding something. Yeah, that's just not... Regardless of what he's holding, you don't want to be around for that.
I was going to say, sometimes it's just his dingle-donger.
I thought dick. Yeah, the first place my head went to is dingle-donger, too. So anyway, we get up to leave, and I throw out our trash, and this man stood up again, which broke his pattern because he just walked back in and barely sat down when we got up. In all caps, this man followed us outside and was walking towards us after we went outside. We were walking to the car at this point, so we took off running, and he started running, too. Keep in mind, I'm the driver, so I'm fumbling with the keys trying to unlock the car while this dude that is clearly off his rocker is coming at us.
Oh my God.
We finally made it inside the car and took off. It was the most terrifying thing that's happened to me.
Did they look in the rearview mirror? What was he doing?
I don't know. She didn't mention it. It's not in here, so I don't know. It goes on to say, so this freaked me out so bad and had all my friends and I shaken up. I ended up driving everyone home, and we all were really grateful we got out okay. This is one of my biggest fears come to life. Anyways, thanks for reading. Hopefully it wasn't too long. I've got tons of stories for all that I'll send at one point. Keep on creeping on and stay safe when going out for a night, Rory. Well, I will say 2 things. One, it's kind of cool that this story didn't have anything paranormal in it because just because our podcast is named Scary-ish doesn't mean it always has to be about scary stuff. I'll actually say 3 things. The second one is now shout out to Academy Dog who just resubscribed on Amazon Prime.
You.
Twitch Prime with their Amazon Prime subscription for the 2nd month. The third thing is now, if that's the scariest thing that's ever happened to you, I'm not saying it's not scary, but let's hope that stays the scariest thing that ever happened to you. You know what I mean? Because it's like, that means you're not going to run into any paranormal shit. You won't actually get mugged, because it's way different when someone's putting a gun or a knife directly in your face, and you're not like, is that dude jerking off looking at me as you're funneling a gun looking at me? Because, like, not saying that's not scary, but, like, let's hope you keep it at the speculation level and not the, so this is what actually happened to me level. You know what I mean? Being chased, though, it's fucked up. Like, fight or flight instinct kicks in. There's 4 of you. There's 1 of him. You could beat the shit out of this dude if you wanted to. But if he has a weapon, it's just not worth it.
But 4, even if there's 4 and then there's 1 just really crazy dude, that crazy dude has no qualms about fucking your shit up.
Crazy people have really high strength because they're not holding back. You know what I mean? Even when you're defending yourself, you're kind of holding back.
Also, they could be on that PCP or something.
That PCP, she says, like she's from the movie fucking Trading Places.
What?
He gets arrested for having PCP.
No way.
Oh my God.
Really?
You fucking suck at this. Oh,
wow. Okay.
how do you not know Trading Places?
I
PCP,
know what it is. I've never seen
Angel
it.
Dust. You ever see what this does to kids? It's fucking Frank Oz is the cop that's arresting him.
Who's Frank Oz?
The voice of fucking Yoda? Are you shitting me? Oh my God. We have to work some shit out here in this break. I'm just going to make this Panda White. Ignore the noises of me being beaten up because I would just get my ass kicked here. All right. Let's look over in the stream chat and see what you guys had to say during that. All right. Scrolling up because some stuff came through.
Let's see. Oh,
damn it.
What?
David said, D is watching with me. I said, hey, want to watch this with me? 2 seconds later, F-bomb. D is now a fan for life. What up, D? Thank you for joining us.
Wait, who's D?
D's his son,
Aww.
who's very young, which
Oh.
I shouldn't be swearing in front of. That's my fault. Let's hope it was your F-bomb, but you usually don't say them. All right, Vivian said, I was at a cabin with one of my friends, and we were in paddle boats in a pond, so of course I made a song, but that's for later. Anyways, I was looking off into the distance, and I felt something on my knee, and I looked down, and there was a fat, hairy spider just chilling on my knee. So I flicked it into the pond, and it fucking floated. Yeah, surface tension. Most spiders are actually not heavy enough to sink. And the ones that are heavy enough to, like, kind of go underwater, they fucking swim.
That's horrifying.
There's videos of tarantulas online swimming, and it's just their 8 fucking legs moving in unison to just ruin your fucking night when you're scrolling through Facebook.
I know jumping spiders shouldn't be scary, but they're fucking scary.
I don't know why you would think jumping spiders shouldn't be scary.
Because they're not poisonous, and they're really little.
Okay, spiders are scary, period. If you have a spider and you're terrified of it, and then someone comes in and is like, what do you think that thing would be like if it jumped at you? Yeah, scarier. That's what it would be.
Like that one,
it doesn't make it less scary.
That video someone posted in our Facebook group where it was the guy that was telling his dog to kill the spider.
The dog thinks better of it once it gets up on the bed. That's a really good video.
All right, let's see. Boo, boo, boo. I'm
go
sorry.
first.
Cat Beatrix says, what about a full poofy beard?
A what?
A full poofy beard.
A full poofy beard? I don't know. It gets curly and it starts to look very puby.
Yeah.
I mean, if I had something where I could, like, they have
sure.
those things where you can, like, iron out your beard and kind of take care of it, which, like, I think most beards actually are. They need, like, a lot of grooming, and I don't have the time or the patience for that. Plus, like, it's a little bit patchier than it was in my 20s.
It's really patchy.
It's not really patchy. It has a couple spots. In my 20s, it was actually really full, and then I met this bitch, and, like, now I got grays and, like, fucking gaps in my beard and my memory. I just black out at times because things get too difficult. I'm kidding. Obviously. Cat Beatrix says, which is funny because she's saying stuff on your side and on my side. Having been unemployed for a very long time a few years ago, I get reminded by the fact I have a job whenever I pay my taxes, and I'm very oddly grateful. I have never, since 5th grade, had a problem paying taxes because in 5th grade, we had 2 classes, 5A and 5B. 5A were the Patriots when we learned about the Revolution, and 5B were the Redcoats. And, like, we had all these class activities, and one of the activities is we had to do certain things around, like, the classroom, and we'd earn, like, fake money if we were the Patriots, which we would use to buy stamps. And if you didn't have a stamp, you couldn't turn in your homework.
What?
No joke. This is the experiment they wrote.
What?
And everyone was fucking pissed. And we went home, we complained to our parents, and my brother had already gone through that class because he's 4 grades above me. And he's like, don't worry about it, wait 2 weeks. And we're like, what? And, like, eventually parents called the school, and the teacher's like, I'm going to give them their grades. I'm just going to make them freak out. So they understand the Revolutionary War and the whole no taxation without representation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
2 weeks go by, we had the fucking Boston Tea Party. And that other class of kids got to listen to us have a fucking party where we drank soda and ate fucking donuts. Which was awesome. It was so great. It was the best experiment ever. My teacher in 5th grade, her name was Miss Bamesberger. We all called her Miss B, and she was fucking awesome. When I told you she reminds me of my cousin, because my cousin works for that same elementary school now, my cousin is diabetic, and so is Miss B.
Oh,
it's like they're the coolest people. Just saying. But yeah, that's just so funny to me because you put that you're oddly grateful when you pay taxes. And when I pay taxes, I'm just like, I really hope this is going towards shit I need. And when I see, like, all the roads getting ripped up, I'm like, you bastards better be using my taxes to fix these roads because I pay a lot in taxes and I expect it to go towards shit. But we go to a lot of places where there's, like, we take the interstates, which are maintained by taxes, and on top of that, we go to parks all the fucking time, which are, like, built through your taxes. So, just saying, that's just my personal opinion. You don't have to agree with me. And if you don't at me. I don't care.
Okay. Let's see. The Academy Dog says, I've tried several stashes, but it just never looks good on me. I always have that creepy dude look, and I hate it.
I have the creepy dude look. I know I do, but I just lean into it. And I get extra creepy, and everyone's like, oh, he's being funny. And I'm like, I appreciate that because it's just my face. I can't do anything about it. All right, what else do we got? Minnie Maria says, well, I hear sewers are a popular hangout spot for mannequins, so it's a totally reasonable fear to have. Vivian says, so I flicked it. Okay, yeah, I already read that part. David said that his kid is watching and that I'm a horrible person. He didn't say that. I just extrapolated that from it.
The Snark says, I'd much rather have a guy holding his dong, to be honest, rather than a gun.
Me too.
Yeah, for sure. I'd rather be flashed than
held at gunpoint
or mugged.
Vivian says, anyways, either my friend somehow didn't notice the spider or they did and just didn't fucking tell me like savages. That's funny. Emma says, Kat and I work in the same place. It's pretty good shit. It's nice when you can work with a friend. That's what me and David had. That's what me and Justin had. It's not there anymore. Although I get Jill now, and Jill's pretty awesome. Kat Beatrix says, LOL, I think that was established a long time ago. David says, he was spinning around like Leatherface in Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Akbar says, how much time do we have left in this live stream? We just hit halfway.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we're doing extra stories this episode.
So, let's see.
David said, I saw Trading Places. I'm pretty sure it's required viewing for you, David. Just saying. Keep going.
Jang Mi says, Brandon has watered and grown this 30-inch white hair at the top of my head all by himself. That's
what?
Cute.
30-inch white hair?
Yeah, on her head.
So a single hair.
Yeah.
I'm confused. I'm so very confused.
And the Snark says, yeah, diabetics are cool.
They are. They really are. They just have to pay attention to more shit. Emma says, LOL, I know, I just love establishing associations with you. Oh, it's regarding, okay, yeah, the fact that they work together. Yeah, we know. We know you guys are besties. You usually plan out your days together and shit like that in the chat, so we just appreciate it.
My turn?
No, it's not. Maya says, heck no, I hate tarantulas and the thing freaking ugly. And I hate tarantulas and things freaking ugly and scary. I know a lot of people in our listener base actually really like tarantulas and really like stuff like that.
Tarantulas are not for me.
Me either.
I can't do the big spider that could bite you if they wanted to, like really bite you if they wanted to. Freaks me out.
You know they can shoot shit at you too, right?
Shut the fuck
I'm not even
up.
joking. They can shoot like hairy barbs up to like fucking 2 or 3 feet.
Oh, they flick them off their legs.
Yeah.
Certain ones do, not all of them.
The horrifying
right?
ones, which is just what I picture. Man, I really don't want to talk about this anymore. I really am just terrified of spiders. All right, this is a fun break. Let's get back to reading some emails. So go ahead and give us that wonderful transition.
This next email is titled Scary Bartending Stories. I'm sure every shift as a bartender is scary.
Honestly, like if you want some stories about really stupid or creepy people, talk to a bartender because they have to put up with so much shit. And then the people get drunk. Or they're already drunk and they have to put up with them, which sucks.
So it goes. Hey, Adam and Grace.
Wow. Hey.
Hello.
What up? Thank you for getting my name right.
My name is Ashley. I'm from a small town in Ohio called Oberlin, and I found your podcast on Spotify like 3 weeks ago, and I've been listening nonstop.
Shout out Spotify.
Was that other email tonight from Oberlin too?
No, it was from Ohio, but it wasn't from Oberlin.
Okay.
I can check and make sure, but keep going.
All right, so I have 2 stories that you can share if you like. This has happened at the same time and place, and it didn't help that the owner of this bar died of a heart attack in his office.
Swanton, Ohio was the other one. Maybe they're by each other.
Maybe.
However, it's really not great when someone dies in a place that you have to work because you're just like sad, one, and then creeped out every now and then.
Because
too.
You're always going to think like, oh, is that the spirit of so-and-so that just died?
Right.
Also, it is rumored that they built the building on an Indian burial ground. How
That's
rude.
a rumor for everywhere back in the Midwest, I swear. And it's mainly because that entire area is basically an Indian burial ground because it was all inhabited by Native Americans.
I've been watching Longmire, and it seems to happen a lot in that show with the Indian burial ground.
Does it?
It's happened more than once, but who knows?
How many episodes have you watched? Let's establish whether or not this is a lot.
I think I'm in the 2nd season.
Okay, that is a lot.
So, first story, I was bartending earlier in the day for a college game, and later on that day, the professional team had a game. So toward the end of the night, we used up all the liquor we had at the downstairs bar. So the other bartender and I started to stock the downstairs bar for the next bartender coming in. Now, it was pitch black upstairs, and the only light upstairs was from the red exit sign. So there really wasn't any light, right? Because all you're seeing is the fucking sign that says exit.
Just the red light illuminating everything, which, you know what? Red light's probably not the most comforting light to be illuminating literally anything.
Yeah, that's why on planes and stuff, I don't know. Imagine you're on that plane where you have to actually follow the exit signs. You're like, oh, dear God, this does not look good.
Here's the thing. Red light illuminating stuff is the second worst. The first worst is orange flashing lights where there is a female like voice counting down before something self-destructs, like in Alien and Aliens, because that shit was so scary to me when I was growing up. I was like, how could you even concentrate and not be freaking the fuck out that you have to get to a spaceship to escape before like the countdown ends? I don't know. That's just me. That's what like my dreams still have in it too, like flashing orange lights in corridors. No joke.
To be fair.
Don't do that. Don't try and work in Letterkenny references unless you actually are going to follow up your reference with a sentence.
To be fair, red lights probably get the most attention, where you see that red light if you need to exit and you're just like, I need to follow that to get out of here.
But you know, you don't have to put on the red light. Roxanne.
Anyway, the email continues. I am afraid of the dark, like super scared. So I'm just rushing and grabbing bottles because I know the history of the owner dying, not even 50 feet away from the upstairs bar. As I'm walking downstairs, aka running downstairs, I hear other footsteps.
That's
like
creepy as
someone
shit.
Trying to race me downstairs.
Or chase you downstairs.
The other bartender was downstairs setting up, so I know it wasn't her. I looked so spooked out that she asked me what was wrong, and I told her that I was not going back upstairs, and you couldn't pay me to either. Yeah, no.
I wouldn't go back upstairs.
Nope.
I wouldn't have told her something creepy happened. I'd been like, you go upstairs to see if it happened to them too.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's using them as a guinea pig, but you know what? Then you can confirm some stuff. So
that's scary. By yourself, dark, all you see is an exit sign. You know, it just would be so scary to hear a second set of footsteps.
Yeah.
All right, so second story. I was again bartending another college tailgate. I was again bartending.
Holy shit, dude.
Shit.
You are just having a tough time this episode.
I was again bartending another college tailgate at this bar, and this time I was cleaning up and putting everything away. The new owner's son was watching the game on the big TV above the bar. I was putting up the stools on the bar because I was done wiping the bar off. I was not in a rush, so I made sure the stools were balanced and not on the edge of the bar. As I was finishing up, 3 of the bar stools just knocked over as if someone pushed them over with such force. I turned around to look at my boss's son, and his eyes were so wide. I didn't even close up properly. I just turned the TVs off, and we noped the fuck out. I have another story about a guy I dated and his fucking succubus. I'll share another time.
Wow.
Keep on creeping on, Ashley. Thank you so much for those stories. I hear about a lot of haunted bars and strange things happening in bars, lights moving and turning on and off and stuff like that, different haunted places.
I'm always fairly dubious if they come from like patrons of the bar, because I'm like, you're drunk, you know what I mean? But if it's coming from like staff, then I get a little bit creeped out by it. And like 3 stools flying off that is definitely really, really creepy.
Yeah.
So thank you for sending that in, Ashley. That was really good.
Thank you so much. Please send us that story about the succubus.
Yeah, when you said succubus, my first instinct was like, you mean his ex, right? Like, I didn't think of anything else but an ex-girlfriend. So, right on. Let's look over, see what you guys had to say. That one wasn't too terribly long, so there's not a whole lot to catch up on. I see someone's leaving. It looks like Academy Dog has to bounce out. We understand. Thank you for joining us. I saw David say, isn't Purdue built on an Indian burial ground? 1, fudge you. And 2, yeah, it kind of is. I'll scroll up a little bit further. Akbar said, I feel like Adam is currently part of a Western political intrigue. There's nothing political about this mustache, but I can understand the Western part of it.
Miss Deezy has joined us. Welcome.
What up? Shout out to Miss Deezy.
She says, wow, Adam, sexual stash.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Ma'am, if I had a Stetson, I'd tip it to you. Akbar says, those tarantula barbs are urticating? I don't know how to say that. Urticating hairs. So they're hair. Got it. Vivian says, so my great-grandma told my grandma a true story about how she had this jacket, and one day she found it in the basement, so she picked it up and put it on and went outside. She was talking with her neighbor when she felt something in her pocket. She started playing with it while talking and didn't know what it was for about 10 minutes. She pulled it out of her pocket, and it was a black widow.
Oh no, that is horrifying.
It could have bitten her at any point, but
And
for some
killed
reason
her.
it didn't. Maybe because she was squishing it for 10 minutes straight, but still, that is hilarious. Nana over there, and Nana, I don't know how to say it, over there on YouTube says, Robin looks so pretty. Oh my God.
Oh, thank you.
And Emma says, true, her hair is on point.
Thank you so much. I am afraid to dye it again. All my colors at the end now. And I don't know if I want to dye it. I tried to do the whole gray hair that everyone was doing there for a while. And
They ruined it.
Melted my hair off. And so I'm afraid to do anything else with it now that it's long again.
If you want to know how short it was, just go look at one of the episodes
go look at our
on
first
YouTube.
video. If
from
you're
one of the first ones we did live.
If you're recent and you haven't seen our original Storytime episodes that we started doing, you can literally see the growth of my hair throughout
Weekly.
all the episodes.
It's pretty fun.
Yeah.
You can see the growth of me as well. Like we started and I was losing weight, and then I started, or no, let me redo this. We started and I was losing weight, and then I started gaining weight again, which sucks. All right. Looks like Minnie Maria says bartenders and Uber Lyft drivers, in reference to them having good stories. They always have at least one creepy experience to tell.
I bet Uber and Lyft drivers,
Cab drivers,
I bet they get weird shit all the time.
Yep. Agreed. Vivian says, there was also this time where I was in the woods at this camp and I saw this cool blue metallic spider, and one of the kids I was with was like, hey, look, that's a black widow spider. I had never seen a black widow until I moved out to Las Vegas, and I grew up in the Midwest.
God.
So
I thought there was a spider on the table.
She does this shit all the time. It's not a joke. We're not playing it up that Robin freaks out easy or I mess with her. Like, she freaks out. Like, I had pink eye. We talked about that, right? Instantly when I was talking about like my symptoms, she's like, my eyes are starting to itch, because it's like one of those things where she just empaths super hard on whatever you're talking about. So it's okay. We understand.
Let's see.
I am caught up over here.
There's talk about Pokemans. Lunabin says, I'm trying to evolve some Mons since I completely revamped half my team, so they need to get leveled up again.
Did the new one come out yet? Or is everyone just waiting for the new one to come out?
Everyone's waiting because I have it pre-ordered. Don't worry about it.
Oh, man. You're the best. Get yourself a gamer girl, guys. They're the best. Or girls, get yourself a gamer guy.
If you're a gamer.
If not, don't.
If not, don't worry about it. Just get what you want.
Get yourself whatever you want.
Make yourself happy. You don't have to have anyone with you to be happy. Just do what you want. Be you.
You do you. Or you do someone else, as long as it's consensual. You do.
Glitch says, I'm post-mating a milkshake. Fuck.
That's funny.
Such a good idea.
Akbar said, gaining weight isn't that bad. There's just more of you to love. It's true. More of me to love.
But he doesn't like it when I touch them.
When she touches my tits. I don't want my tits touched. I'm sorry. I'm not one of those dudes who's into nipple play. And now that I have full-blown boobs, it just makes it even worse. Stay away from them.
The Lunabin says I'm playing X, a Pokemon X. My team's Curlgunk, Braxian, Ducklet, Honedge. I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it. It's the sword one. And Tyrant and Curlia. I don't know those. No, I might know the second to last one.
I don't know any of those except for the one you told me about.
Yeah, there's so many Pokemon.
There's
and
751 in that game. Like, I'm not going to identify any but the original 150. That's just because it's the one I played the most.
Curlgunk's like the goth-looking frog.
That's funny. Goth frog.
Let's see.
Emma says, just get yourselves an Adam or Robin. Aw, that's nice.
That's really cute.
Not this one, though. This one's mine. I'm keeping this one. Thank you.
The Snark says, y'all, can you imagine Adam's stash with Bayonetta's powers?
That would be fucking awesome. That's awesome. Let's pitch that for a video game idea. Someone get Namco on the phone.
Imagine you naked, right? And your mustache is your clothes. Like,
be badass.
But it has to be really form-fitting.
Yeah, it would be. Oh, yeah. It would be like I was wearing spandex, and I would just, like, pose constantly, like, leaning up against stuff. It'd be so much fun.
Gotta suck on lollipops.
Do I? Do I really need to suck on
lollipops?
What
Bayonetta does.
Well, it's what she does. It doesn't mean it's what I need to do. I could have my own thing.
That's
I'll figure
true.
it out. Maybe it's a toothpick that I keep moving from side to side in my mouth, but I don't do it subtly. I do it, like, with full tongue coming out of my mouth to move it from side to side. Does that work for you? Not them. Maybe you.
Okay. Cat Beatrix says, since binging true crime, I'm very content with my singleness. Yeah, it's safer to be single, right? Than to try to meet people and have to trust these strangers.
Trusting strangers is just, it's always a scary thing. It really is. I mean, even if you don't think that they're a serial killer, you're like, This person could be an asshole intent on ruining my life or just making me miserable because they're bored, which is just the worst thing to deal with. Akbar says, my friends were shocked at the fact that my level 90 Talonflame still had Ember. It's funny.
The Snark says, damn, Robin, that's a dead-on description.
Agreed.
Yeah. Glitch says, there's an anime like that called Boba Boba Bo, I think.
Wow. It's a really clever name. Clearly trying hard on that one.
It's really weird, too. All right. Is it your turn to read?
It is my turn to read. This is my last one, which I will repeat when I start. I need to move over. Here we go. All right. I'm going to move on into my fourth and my final email of the show, and this one's subject is a spooky dream. And it starts out like this. Hi. Hi. My name is Eva. I recently found your podcast about a week ago on the Podcasts app. I just finished episode 16. Hee hee. So I'm not that far yet. It's H-E-H-E, so I had to read it like that. Effects. Hopefully you're still doing the Storytime episodes, or else this would be super awkward. Anyways, I'll share a sort of spooky dream I had. Feel free to share it on the podcast if you'd like. When I was around 10 years old, I started consistently having dreams about being in a dark basement sort of place with a weird guy. He was pretty short, had an abnormally wide head, and a large grin on his face that looked forced and strained. His eyes were wide and huge. They practically bulged out of his head. In my dreams, he always appeared to be crying. Every night, the same scenario repeated. I would ask him questions like, who are you and what do you want from me? But every time I talked, his crying would just grow louder.
Wow.
I would scream and plead for him to leave me alone until I would eventually wake up in a cold sweat, shaking violently. This one's so well written and so well descriptive. I'm like, I feel like I should check to see if this is a creepypasta just because we've been fooled before. If it's not, you're doing a really great job of describing your dream. I just wanted to toss that out there. Not trying to be an asshole about it. It's good. All right, this went on for a month, and in that month, I got hardly any sleep since I didn't want to experience that horrible dream. One night, the scenario changed. This time, there were more people, which all looked horrific. Their faces were distorted and just flat out scary. They were all wailing and crying. This time I was aware that it was a dream though. I wasn't panicking and frightened like how I was in all the other dreams. The first thing I thought of was to find a light switch so I wouldn't be stuck in the dark. Luckily for me, I found a light switch and switched it on. And there was a staircase. I climbed up the staircase, the strange beings following close behind me. Atop of the staircase, there was a sort of door which I opened. On the other side of the door, it was bright and sunny, and there was a cloud-like field. Like the field was made out of colorful clouds, if that makes sense, and when the strange beings stepped out into the sunlight, they were completely transformed. Instead of being these terrifyingly deformed creatures, they were just small, innocent children around 3 or 5. Not 4, though. Definitely not 4.
Okay.
They then all went and played in the cloud. I said the 4 thing. It's not an email. They then all went and played in the cloud field together, and the smiling and crying guy from before looked like a normal kid like all the others. He hugged me and said, thank you, and ran off to play with the others. After that, I woke up, and that was the last time I'd ever had a dream like that. I still have no idea what to make of that dream or how to interpret it. It very well could have just been my childish imagination being creative and whatnot, but I figured I might as well share it with you since it was very strange and overall creepy. I hope you enjoyed reading it, and I hope it wasn't too boring. Haha. Let me know if you'd like to hear more scary stories from me. Haha. Smiley face. I definitely would. That was excellent. That was very well written, too. Yeah. So thank you for sending that.
What's impressive about dreams is that you can remember all those details.
Yeah.
And it's really hard to do because I know I've had amazing dreams before where I wake up and I wish I could remember what they were, and I can't. Nightmares, though, you remember that shit.
Yeah, you really do. I was about to say the same thing. It's like there's so many dreams where like just random stuff happens and then you try and tell people the details and you just sound crazy because you can't remember anything, or it's just random stuff that you can't piece together because dreams are like that. But if it's a nightmare, you remember everything in excruciating detail and you just hope that you don't dream it again.
Yeah.
So this is one of those things where you dreamt it enough where you finally got free. And it's funny because like I've talked about my recurring dream from when I was a kid where I was like running up a staircase to get away from Freddy Krueger because he's my fucking childhood boogeyman. And it happened to me for like 2 years. Same dream every night for like 2 years until finally I was running up and my brother was running up, and my brother would just run into my parents' bedroom and leave me behind on the stairs because I'd become paralyzed and I couldn't move, and I'd hear him coming up the stairs from me, and right when he gets to me, I'd wake up every fucking night. And then one night in my dream, my brother turned around and picked me up and dragged me into my parents' bedroom. And I never had the dream again after that.
That's
and
cool. So your brother's like your hero in your dream.
Yeah, like in a lot of places in my life he has been. And it's weird that there's always this sort of like transition where you push past a barrier in a recurring dream and then it either goes away or it just changes. So they definitely are fascinating to me.
I had a horrible, horrible dream the other night, like 2 nights ago. It was terrifying. To me, it might not be scary to other people, but it was one of those dreams where you wake up in a room and it's not where you normally sleep. It was like a hotel room. And I'm laying there and I'm looking up at the ceiling and then I look to the side and there's like a maid or something pushing in. And the room is dark, right? I'm supposed to be sleeping. It's dark in the room. The lights are all off. There's no source of light, maybe a clock or something showing a little tiny light. And like the maid or something is pushing a cart into the hotel room up to the bed. So all I see is this cart coming in with like the head, like the top half of someone's body behind it, right? Coming closer and closer and closer. And the closer she gets, I start seeing her face. And she has the creepiest face, and the closer she's getting, she's just saying murder, murder, murder over and over and over again. Not in a funny way. It was terrifying. And then she like leaned to the side of the cart in an unnatural 90-degree angle, right? And then is leaning closer or coming closer and closer and closer to my face at this angle that is not at all natural. And then she gets super close to my face and I have my hands out trying to stop her. And I'm like leaning back, trying to wake Adam up in my dream. And nothing's coming out of my mouth, right? Because that's what happens in nightmares where you just can't talk. And then she's putting my fingers in her mouth and it got really weird. And as soon as that happened, I woke up because a little tiny sound came out of my throat. And I finally fucking woke up and I'm looking around the bedroom like, dear God.
And then...
Oh, my gosh.
And then she woke me up because she was scared.
Oh, no, I was awake already. But then...
You just said you were dreaming.
No, I was dreaming. I woke up and I was laying there for a while. I didn't wake you up right away.
But you eventually woke me up.
You woke up and you had to pee. So I was like, can I please go pee with you?
You woke me up, told me about the dream. And I was like, everything's okay. And I was like, it's okay. And I like tried to hold her to tell her everything's okay. And because I was just woken up, almost as soon as like we got comfortable, I was like, I am going to piss my pants. So I was like, I really, really have to pee. Is that okay? And she goes, can I come with you? And that's how I know it was legit a scary dream, because she came into the bathroom with me. And I usually pee in the dark. I usually just walk in there in the dark, aim, hope and pray, and then go back to bed, because I don't want to like turn on the light and then can't see my way back. And then if someone comes at me in the dark, I want to have my night vision prepared. But we went in the bathroom. I was like, you should probably turn on the light. She's not going to be okay being in the dark in here. And I was just like, yeah she was really scared.
I had to pee really bad. I just didn't want to go by myself.
Right on. Good stuff.
Yeah.
So, fun times. All right, let's look over in stream chat, see what you folks had to say. I'm sure there's at least one story in here about a dream.
La, 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 da, 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 da. Let's see. ASB Bunny says, I've moved from YouTube to here so I can shower without missing anything. Aw, cute.
Good call. Akbar says, any fans of La Casa de La Casa de Papel Money Heist here? No idea what that is.
Miss Deezy says, I hate paper cuts. And Glitchgrim says, they're the worst. Also, cardboard cuts.
Yeah.
Cardboard cuts suck because you're getting cut multiple times.
Vivian says, you all need to watch this one YouTube vid called Shia LaBeouf live Rob Cantor. I'll pass. I'm not a big Shia LaBeouf fan. Vivian says, it's hilarious and weird and one of the best things I've ever seen. The best part of the internet. You've never seen the bad parts of the internet. That's what we grew up with, and it was horrible. People showing up like, have you seen Two Girls, One Cup? And you're like, I don't know what that is. And as soon as they put it on, you're like, get the shit out. Get out of my house. We're not fucking friends anymore. Like, why would you show me some shit like that? I remember I'd never actually seen the video.
I've seen, oh my
God. As soon as that video started, I was like, just turn it off. Like, I'm not going to watch it. Like, you got to watch it. It's like, no, I don't have to watch it because I'm not fucking crazy. I'm not going to expose myself to this shit. And there was just a streak for like 2 years of like who could show you the most horrific video that they found on the internet. I'm sure the Shia LaBeouf video is not that bad though.
Glitch says, OMG, my shake's here. That was fast.
That was
fast. I'm so flip-flapping jealous. I want a milkshake so bad.
Vivian says, I had this dream where I was at Target and I called it. I knew there was going to be a dream in here. I had this dream where I was at Target and I went into the dressing rooms and there was some creepy dude in there with me. And instead of beating his ass and telling him to get out, I started singing Hit the Road Jack. I think that's what that song's for.
It's a nice dream.
Kat Beatrix says, a friend showed it to me a while back. Will occasionally sing it to myself in regards to that video Vivian was talking about. So I guess we might have to watch it since it's been confirmed by someone else. Akbar says, a lighthearted story about hotels and ladies entering rooms. Me and my brother once had to share a hotel room, and we both slept shirtless. My phone was on the right-hand side of the bed. I slept on the left side, so my brother was in between my phone and I. It was late in the day, and they would usually come in for housekeeping, and that's as much as we've gotten so far. There'll be more to that story, I'm sure.
Okay. Oh, there it is.
Okay, so they came in only to see me shirtless, my lower half obscured, leaning over my brother to get my phone. I wasn't expecting seeing a woman entering my room, so I just met her eyes while my shirtless brother, and we have to wait for the rest of it, oh my God, was in between my shirtless arm. That's hilarious. There's always those funny moments where you're just like, this isn't what it looks like. I swear to God, this isn't what it looks like.
But everyone says it's not what it looks like
right.
when it is what it looks like. All right. Tian Lung is here. Hi, totally late, but I listened to the last story. Thank you for joining us.
We have one more to go. Pretty sure, right? It's your story? You have one more to go?
Was I the one that just read, or did you just read?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I think it's my turn.
Okay. I still have more over here on YouTube, actually, so I'm going to try and scroll back up and to the start of the lighthearted story. So because the stories come in from you guys in bits and pieces, I have to skip over other stuff other people have said. So I try and scroll back up to make sure I didn't miss anything. Vivian, so once I was running from a guy in a broccoli mascot suit, like from Daddy Daycare. Panda says, nice mustache, Adam. Why, thank you. I appreciate it, too. Emma says, no, my God. No, Adam, that video is hilarious. All right. We'll check it out. Scrolling McClam said, 2 girls, 1 cup, and a bunch of laughy faces. God, this is so gross. Blanca Bella said, I had a dream about a teen girl knocking at my door, and I opened. She said, help. I said, what's wrong? She said, he is coming, and he ran in my house, and we got out the window running down the street. In the morning, I woke up, and my legs were hurting as if I had actually ran.
Sometimes you are running in your sleep, where your legs are up in the air, and you're actually just...
Or you keep tensing up, so your legs feel like that. Yeah, that's very true.
I have woken up with my legs in the air before, or my hands in the air, because I'm, like, punching or doing something,
She punches a lot.
I do punch a lot.
Emma says, I want ice cream so bad. Emma says, my friend Joey from PSU showed it to me first. I like that they're debating about where this video came from.
What's PSU?
Penn State University, I would guess, unless it's something. I mean, Penn State University is PSU to me. It might be something else as well. All right, what else do we got here? Akbar added in, I'm the only tan dude in my family while my brother is especially pale. That's hilarious. So it definitely looked odd for this person that was coming in. All right. Cool. So Vivian gave some description of what that video is, but eventually we'll go check it out. But Robin has the final email of the show, and then guess what, folks? We're doing marbles on stream so that you can win some free stuff.
That shirt just move?
That shirt did just move behind the camera, but it's been perched up there awkwardly. So, I mean, it's like just hanging on by friction for reals. It's not a ghost that's moving the shirt. It's the fact that
Remember when the light was moving that one time before?
Yeah, but that was like 50 episodes ago, and I think makes more sense that this shirt in question that just moved because it's not on a hanger. It's just thrown haphazardly into the closet and be like, figured out. Yeah, boom. Worked in Letterkenny. You like that shit? Just marked it. Go ahead and give us that nice transition.
Oh, fuck. All right, so the subject is Share on Podcast.
No, it's not a transition.
I'm sorry. This next email.
Final email of the show as well.
Fuck.
Your transitions are garbage. You need to work on this.
The final email of the show that I'm going to read tonight is titled Share on Podcast, which is great. It goes, hi, Adam and Robin.
Hello.
Hello.
Wait, howdy, partner.
Oh my gosh.
This is the last email I'll probably read with this stupid mustache on my face.
This is, it's also from Wilmer. That's who sent it in. So it goes, I've been I've been listening to your podcast for almost a year now, and I must say that I love it. It is the very first podcast I ever listened to, and now I listen to Jerry as well. I don't know what Jerry is. Jerry.
Adventure Zone, I'm pretty sure is what that stands for.
I'm also all caught up with all the episodes and decided to go back and listen to my favorite one about the Mothman and also the first one about sleepwalking.
I really like both of those episodes.
While listening to the sleepwalking one, it reminded me of a funny sleepwalk/talking experience my younger brother had. So we had been living at our house at this point for about 4 years now, and it was summer. Normally, our parents would make us go to sleep at 9 p.m. every night, but during summer, they would just let us go to sleep at whatever time we wanted.
Nice.
So
summer was the best.
Yeah, it was all right.
You didn't like summer?
I went to summer school.
Wow. It sucks.
Well, I mean, I think there were 1 or 2 years where we went to summer pals where it was supposed to be fun. And then I went to summer school for fun for 1 year. So, I don't know. I just really didn't.
I had sleepovers and teepeed houses with my friends for fun.
Yeah, no, not for me. Yeah. Lucky dogs. So, during summer, we sleep whenever we want. Most nights, I would stay up until 1 or 2 in the morning watching TV, and my younger brother, by 4 years, decided to stay up with me one night. Normally, I would send him to sleep earlier than me since he would get scared at that time, but this time he fell asleep on the couch. It was a bit past midnight, and I was watching George Lopez's show. And when it was over, I told my brother to get up and go to the bed since I was going to do the same. It took me about 3 tries to get him to even wake up from the sofa, and when he did, he just sat at the edge and said nothing. I asked him if he was going to stay longer, and he didn't respond, and since he was acting weird, I decided to be an asshole and turn off the lights.
Wow.
But the instant I did that, he got up and made his way to the kitchen. As he did this, I stood still in the dark, wondering...
You want to take that stood still over again?
As he did this, I stood still in the dark, wondering what he was up to, when suddenly I heard a stream of what sounded like water being dropped into the trash can. For some reason, I instantly knew what he was doing.
He was peeing in the garbage, wasn't he?
So I immediately ran back to the kitchen to turn on the light and saw him taking a piss in the trash can.
Called it.
I couldn't help it, so I started laughing and tried to call to him again, but he didn't respond. After that, he went straight into our room that we share. I followed after him, and as I did, he closed the door behind him.
I will say one thing, and I think about this a lot. So when you are a kid, you have sleepwalking experiences, and people tell you you'll grow out of it. And a lot of times people do. But then when people get older, they start drinking. And I have friends who have done stupid shit when they're drunk. And I'm like, I wonder if they would have done that anyways. You know what? Like, if it was their sleepwalking experience that took over and it just happened to be the fact that they were intoxicated also. Because I have a friend who was living with his parents at the time, and it's a very similar situation. He got up. He doesn't remember it. He got up in the middle of the night. He walked into his parents' room. He opened his mother's closet, and he peed right on her shoes. And they were just screaming at him the whole time, but it was not going to stop. It just happened. And I'm like, I don't know if that was because you're drunk. It was because you're sleepwalking, because people do crazy shit when they sleepwalk.
That's really in depth, going into your mom's closet to pee on her shoes.
I mean, this guy got up, went into the kitchen, opened the trash can, and pissed in the trash can. And it reminds me a lot of that.
That's rough.
Yeah.
I would be pissed.
Literally. Nailed that joke.
Okay. All right, so he closed the door. I tried to stop him from closing the door, but instead he started smashing my hand repeatedly with the door.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Not holding back.
I told him the next morning, and he thought I was BSing. Not too long after that, he said he woke up in the corner of the walkway to our room peeing. What the fuck?
It's like your body's trying to handle your bodily functions, but it's like not processing well enough. It's like, I'm just going to move to another part of the house and either pee in something or pee all over myself.
He normally sleep talks, and I haven't been able to catch him ever. I have a few more stories. Some are scary and some are weird, but I'll send those at a different time. By the way, the Mothman episode creeps me the hell out. Hopefully this makes it onto the podcast. See you there, spooky friends.
Thank
you so much.
I'm very glad that Mothman episode creeped you out.
That's a really good story, though. Like,
they're all, yeah. We've had some solid stories tonight. That one's really good.
I've heard you tell me stories where people just peed all over the couch, like stood up and just peed on the couch for whatever fucking
There's
reason.
A lot of stories I have about drinking and people pissing.
Sleepwalking, and yeah, it's...
Let me just run through a couple of these pissing stories really fast, because I feel like you can't say that and then not talk about it. I had a friend who once got up when he was drunk. He was sleeping in someone's living room. He got up, removed the cushion from the couch, and instead of having like the normal stuff that's where the couch is, there was like a hole in the couch because it was a really old shitty couch, and he pissed into the hole like it was a toilet and onto the floor, and they didn't discover it until the morning. I have another friend who was spooning his significant other, and he peed the bed, so he basically peed on his significant other. And like I woke up in the morning and I was staying at the same place, and his significant other had taken my keys from me to make sure I didn't drive, which we did quite a bit. And I went to the room where they were staying, and I was like looking for my keys, and I was just like, oh, well, like she's not here. And then my friend woke up and he's like, oh, your keys are right there. I was like, okay, cool, thanks, dude. And I was like, where did she go? He's like, oh, she was so mad at me. I pissed the bed last night and I pissed all over her. And I was like, oh, that sucks. He's like, yeah. And I was like, so I left. And as I'm like walking down the stairs, I was like texting everyone, all of our friends, so they could all find out about this. And like I got to the driveway. It was like 30 seconds since I left him. And he called me. He was like, hey, man, can we just keep that between us? I was like, bro, I'm sorry. It is way too late for that. Like, you should have told me that before I left the room. But I think there's another one, too.
Didn't you pee on someone's bed and then blame the dog?
That had nothing to do with drinking, though. That was 8th grade and social survival skills. Yeah, I was like, I'm blaming this fucking dog for this. I'm not taking this fucking heat. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that happens. Not all of it involves sleepwalking, but I really feel like when you drink, it triggers the same thing that triggers sleepwalking in you, where you just wind up doing something stupid or silly, or it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. And that happens when you like go unconscious. All of a sudden, like your body just takes over and it's like, yep, I'm just going to do this now.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. Going to scroll up, going to read my YouTube stuff, and then we're going to play marbles on stream like we always do. For those of you who are just joining us and haven't joined us before, if you are watching in YouTube, you should switch over to Twitch, twitch.tv/scarishpodcast, because we play this game where if you type a command, and by a command, if you just type one word in the chat while you're in Twitch, the game will give you a little marble, and then they all race each other. Whoever wins gets a little piece of merch. So if you're in YouTube, I suggest switching over to twitch.tv/scarishpodcast right now. I'm going to scroll up and see where I left off and read the rest. Okay, I think I found it. Akbar said, currently eating some cream puffs and drinking some milk tea.
My Twitch reset, so.
When it comes to the thing rolling around in the closet, Panda said, it's a ghost. And Emma said, yeah, that's it, Adam. Hopefully, I guess Emma was agreeing with me, the fact that it just rolled down because it wasn't on a hanger.
What? Tianlong said, I had a boyfriend who spoke Yiddish in his sleep. It was really weird when you're not expecting it.
It would be really weird if he didn't actually know Yiddish, but he only spoke it in his sleep. That's even worse. All right. Minnie Maria says, my mom was awakened at 12 a.m. yesterday by a little girl crying for her mom, but she was too sleepy to get up and check out what happened. And since she's had her fair share of ghost experiences, and then there's going to be more. I got to scroll past it. Once waking up to the apparition of a young girl who disappeared into the wall when she saw her, she isn't entirely sure if it was human or not.
What?
Hashtag fuck that.
Yeah,
that's super scary. I got your Twitch stuff up here.
Let's see. Lunabin says, I had a weird dream the other day. My dad sold a hot song and we made millions. In the dream, my family became assholes once we had money, and my parents would hire housekeepers only to fire them the next day. Wow. That's hilarious.
The song sounds like it really slaps, though. Yeah, I used that correctly. Vivian says, my friend Adeline told me a story that her mom told her about a man dressed in a military outfit that would appear in the corner of her room occasionally and watch her sleep. That is fucking creepy.
Can you scroll back up?
Yes.
Let's see. Well, I'm trying to figure out. No, okay, no. So the Snark says, lies, there was nothing before me. And then everyone's saying, hello, Tianlong and the Snark are goals. They are absolutely adorable. They just had their anniversary and they're so cute.
It's so funny. Lunaman continued on to say, in the dream, my sister and I had to have an intervention for our parents about why they can't be dicks just because they're rich now. That's funny. I wish more people had interventions like that, just for people being dicks in general. Can I scroll?
Yeah.
Vivian finished off that with a few days and watch her in her sleep. A few days, she found an old battle sword in the attic and her brother tried to break it. And an hour later, her brother had gotten beaten up, and he said some man in a military outfit did it, but Adeline's mom hadn't told anyone about the man in her room, so how would her brother have ever known?
Wow.
That's super creepy.
You know what you should be doing while you're scrolling? You should be going scrolling, because you're...
Wow, you're really just reaching for these right now.
What? You have the fucking cowboy mustache.
That's they see me scrolling.
No, I've been saying that.
Trying to get you riding dirty. All right. I got marbles ready to go. I got to get it like actually booted up, but we're still scrolling through this shit. And apparently we're scrolling.
That's the cowboy thing to do, right?
I guess. Are you going to read any of your stuff new?
Nope.
Okay, keep scrolling. Minnie Maria said he got beat up? That sounds like a poltergeist. Yeah, it absolutely does.
The Snark says, I've only heard of boys walking and peeing at night. I don't hear about girls doing it. I don't even have to get up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom normally, unless I wake up from a nightmare in the middle of the night.
I know some girls who have pissed their pants in the middle of the night, drunk or having the pee dream. Akbar said, last time I got drunk, I flirted with my friend's dad. Nice.
What?
Last time, not last time, but 2 times ago when I got drunk, I danced with my friend's mom.
Really?
Yeah.
Was it Lee's mom?
Yep, you were there.
Oh.
All right, I am caught up on my YouTube stuff. I'll leave it right there, and I'm going to get Marbles on stream booted.
The Snark says, let's race, McClam. So, David McClam, if you're out there, jump over to twitch.tv/scaryish-podcast so we can race marbles.
Indeed. Indubitably. Tian Long says, Adam, totally have a story about my brother who was sleepwalking in the roof. Sorry, I got cut off.
Roof rafters. They'll submit it.
Oh,
Thank
cool.
you. Please
Awesome.
submit it.
Yeah, you can handle your Twitch chat. Now you're over there. How did you get it refreshed?
I went to my email app, and then I went to Twitch app, and it reset.
Unbelievable. The irresponsibility.
Shut up.
All right. It's booting. It's signing in. It's authenticating with Twitch.
Aw, they're so cute. Tianlong and the Snark, they're just absolute cutest. Because he's like, don't worry, honey, you won the long game. Hashtag put a ring on it. That's
wow.
So cute. You guys are so cute.
Apparently you guys are so cute. It is time for marbles. Go ahead and type in !vote, then a space, then a number that corresponds with the track that you would like to race. First we vote on the track, then we race that track. So right now, type in !a vote, and then the number that corresponds. Vivian says, got a jet. See you later, Spooky Fam. Don't forget about Shia LaBeouf.
Thank you so much.
Akbar said, we still talk. He gave me a coupon for a haircut. He's a lovely man, and I do admire him. That's
cute.
Good. All right, I'm going to vote for something here because I tend to do that when we're going to race.
Hold on, let me text or message. I don't know.
Text and message can mean the same thing. Wow, I have 127 notifications since we started. Holy shit. Hopefully nothing's wrong. All right, !vote, and then what number shall I be voting for? I really need to look into... David McClam says, go to where? Go to the website, twitch.tv/scaryish-podcast. It's how you can watch people play video games. We also stream there. And when you go there, you can use your chat within Twitch, and we can get you into the thing. You said it too fast. God damn it, David. Twitch.tv/scaryish-podcast. I'll type it.
When you said that, it just made me think of that Cubs commercial when right after the Cubs won the World Series and they had them running their business and David's like packaging up packages in their back room and he shoves the package tape dispenser thing into the box and he just like, it's like, David, he's so bad
funny.
at himself.
You know he's the
so
new Cubs
cute.
manager.
Shut the front door.
Yeah, they hired David Ross to be the new manager. Super, super fucking happy with that pick. Because the players love him and he knows everything about the game.
He's the one that got him up to...
He's one of the reasons they won the World Series because he knew every player in the league, so he was the catcher. So you just tell you, like, this is exactly how you fucking pitch this guy. And if he has a scouting team behind him that he can tell, like, hey, go and find out everything we need to know about these people, I think he can do really well. I don't think he's going to turn the team around in 1 year.
No.
But I think he's going to be good.
That's awesome.
So I think 46 is going to win is what Lore Ann says. Right now, the leader is Space Chase. We're going to let this scroll past one more time. Hopefully David can get his silly ass over to Twitch while we wait. Shouldn't take too terribly long. And there's not a whole lot of other votes out there. Pixels Raceway 2 is the one I voted for. It only got 1 vote, which means no one voted with me. Thanks for that, people. Mountain Pass has 1. What else do we got here? It's still scrolling. Yeah, I think you're right. Space Chase is going to win because it has 14 mother flipping votes. Okay, let's go ahead and see what the stats are for Space Chase. We have never raced it, which is pretty awesome. Season stats for Space Chase. Takes about 2 minutes and 12 seconds to finish this thing, so pretty solid time. Keegan over there in YouTube says, "Hey guys, it's Keegan, the kid who almost got kidnapped. Listening on Spotify, it is good, but not as good as the live thing. Thank you. Appreciate you. If you want to race, because we were already done with the stories. We're done for the night. We did 8. If you would like to race with us to try and win some free merch, go over to Twitch. And right now, if you type in !play, you will get a marble that will be your representative in this race. And if that marble wins, you'll get some free stuff. Have you joined?
Nope, I'm doing it right now.
Unbelievable. We got 18 marbles, 19 marbles in the stream, 20 marbles in the stream right now. Looks like we're going to start out with a funnel, but it has some weird thing that's rotating on the rim. I don't know. It kind of looks like teeth a little bit.
It looks
Maybe
like
some
a gear.
Yeah. That's why I said teeth. Makes sense now. Cool. I will wait for about 30 more seconds, and then we're going to get going. Let's see if David has joined yet. Probably not. I know he's having a little bit of difficulty with it on account of he's old and blind.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that's just how we talk to each other. Huge Meow, or no, Hug Meow has joined. Right on. That's a pretty solid name. I thought it was Huge Meow at first, and I was like, that's pretty good too. 21 marbles. I'm going to go ahead and click start. You have 10 seconds from right now. Don't worry if you didn't get into the first race. You can jump into the second race if you're just getting here. And away, we're about to go. You excited?
I'm so excited.
This is the most marks we've had on an episode in a long time, so this is going to be a rough edit.
I believe it.
Yeah. I was like, why don't you have your corrective lenses? All right. Let's take a look at this track. It looks like it's hanging out in space, and there's some spinner blades over there. This is indeed just a funnel.
ASB Bunny's like, all by myself, because they were just sitting on the edge.
I saw that.
Alone.
All right. This might work out for you, though. Who knows? Although you are taking a slow route to the middle, but maybe you won't, like, go around the hole a whole bunch. Like, I understand
Thank you so much, Hug Meow, for following us.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Jang Me, how'd you miss it? All right, it's okay. There's going to be a second one.
There's going to be a second one. You can be that +1 that we need for every second race.
Agreed. So it looks like Ashley Faison's going to be the first person to make it through the funnel. Let's follow them through the track. It is dark and scary. The night is dark and full of terrors.
Yeah, this track is dark.
It's going to be really hard to tell when people go off the edge.
Ugh.
What is going on? Okay, you drop down to the second level. We got some people on the other side. Ethan 2006-24 is over there and just got launched forward. And I think they didn't get eliminated. Woo Scarish and A Meadows are also on the other track. And I think we're all going to converge in a certain point here. But let's see what happens. Woo Scarish is technically in the lead right now. Going through the tube. Actually, Faison is down there going along their different track. Few folks have been eliminated. Actually, Faison, M Meadows. Sorry. Killsma, it says, is in first place now, and I don't know if that's because of all the winding roads or if they just got launched over there, but it certainly looks like it's because they got launched over there.
Pretty lucky.
Dre, Lunabin, ASB Bunny, Brit Newt have all been eliminated, along with Hug Meow and Tian Long. Killsma is running away with this thing right now, and they just hopped onto the wrong track and are going backwards. Ethan and Amanda have now taken over, but Amanda also jumped the track. And so did Ethan. This is pretty funny. I bet you they didn't design it like that, but it just sort of happened. Killsma and Amanda are both going to make it through at the same time. We got some bumps to go through, and then whoever gets into this finish first wins. Killsma, congratulations. You have won the first race. Amanda comes in second. It looks like I'm coming in third. We're all the most happy about me coming in third. Woo Scary-ish and a bunch of other people are going to try and finish this out. And everyone trickles in, and that is the results. Let's click and see where you guys finished. Cat Beatrix is 4th, Ethan was 5th, Woo Scary-ish 6th, Glitch 7th, Blanca Bello
Killsma has a lot of points.
Killsma does have a lot of points. You are now up to 66 on the season. I think second place is Dre with 54. And we got some people floating around. I'm at 37. What else do we have here? The Snark is at 47. Mike Meadows is at 42. And there's a couple other people still hanging out there. But Killsma, congratulations. Please email storytime@scarish.com. And we will get you some free shit. Right, we're getting one more race.
I am so excited about the new design that I finished drawing. I think it's done because I don't know what else I want to do to it, and I don't want to do too much because then it'll just be too busy, So
Miss Deezy missed the first race,
if you
too.
folks are patrons, you can go over to patreon.com and check it out.
Don't
Patreon.com/shares.
know what happened, but we're not raising this. We didn't vote on it. I believe in voting. We're canceling this one. I said confirm. Don't know what's going on with this program right now. I think it might have melted down and exploded. There we go. All right, let's pick our second race here and get on with it. Sort it out.
Sort it out.
Exclamation point vote, a space,
Figure it out.
and then the number that you would like to race.
Meadows asked when we're going to meet up.
Whenever.
After midterms and not next weekend.
There you go.
So we can hang out other times.
I do what I'm told, so.
Yeah. This week doesn't work and next weekend doesn't work, but we can do it early next week or we can do it the week after next week. So.
Got that? That was a lot of words. All right.
Glitch says you're 10 ply, bud.
Oh, thanks. All right. So don't forget, if you're watching right now, you might not want to vote on the racetrack we're going to race, which kind of looks like it's going to be Pixels Raceway. But you got to join the race because we had some people miss out, and that was your chance to win some free stuff. I'm just saying. What are you laughing about over there?
I'm just thinking of the fucking hockey players. They're so funny in that stupid show.
Dirty fucking dangles. Show's stupid.
It's so funny, though, and I can't wait for the live show because everybody comes to the live show.
Ferda. Lunaman says, fun fact, there's actually a word that means the day after tomorrow.
Over morrow. Interesting.
Didn't know that.
Snipes.
I once had a teacher tell me I was wrong about what fortnight meant. And I knew what fortnight meant because
2 weeks, right?
of The Simpsons. It's 2 weeks. Yeah, because like they have an episode where the teachers go on strike and Milhouse's teachers get him a tutor. And Milhouse's parents get him a tutor. And Bart goes over to play with him, and he's talking in like this really advanced vocabulary, and he tells him like, blah, 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 blah. I can't see you for a fortnight. And Bart's like, what does that mean? And he repeats it in like advanced vocabulary 2 or 3 other times. And he's like, what? And he goes, I can't play for 2 weeks. So I knew fortnight meant 2 weeks. And then like in high school, my teacher was like, fortnight's a week. And I was like, no, it's not. It's 2 weeks. They're like, no, it's a week. I was like, they would just say a week if it was a week. And then she looked it up, and the next day she was like, you were right. I was like, holy shit. She said I was right. It's nice. You're welcome.
The Snark says there's a word for it in Vietnamese. There's also a word for it in Japanese, too.
Glitch says, I'm already over tomorrow. That counts, right? It's pretty good. All right. So Pixels Raceway is in the lead. We have just cycled through the votes one more time. It looks like Off the Rails got up to 4 right there. Pixels Raceway is at 6. So let's go with Pixels Raceway. See the local stats. We haven't raced it before. Season stats. Takes 2.5 minutes to get through this race. So, exclamation point play. Anyone who missed it last time, I expect to see your name up here. And then anyone who raced last time, I expect to see your name up here. I have something in my eye, and it's driving me crazy right now.
I am very excited to actually finish this race. If I don't finish, I'm going to be mad.
Miss DZ says, yes, Dad. All right, we got 18 marbles. We had 20 last time. Did we have 20 or 21? I want at least 21. So come on, folks. Exclamation point play. All right, we got 19. All right, Jangmi says she missed it last time, so I'm sure.
We had 21 last time.
Was it 21? We got some people sitting out. Jangmi's in this time. I'll stop giving her shit. So anyone who was in last time, you clearly need to sign up again and win your stuff. Just saying. Snark says, oh my god, Overwatch Junkenstein event.
Yeah, I just got Junkrat's all his stuff for this past week, so I need to play again this week so I can get the next set. And it's really weird because I don't always get all the skins that I want, but for the Halloween event, I usually do because I love the Halloween events.
She's obsessed. All right, we got 20 marbles. Disappointing. Gonna wait just a little bit longer and get it started. I will say I'm very pleased to see this isn't a funnel. And it's not even the Plinko machine we're used to. It's actually got these like sliding bars that are going to divide all of us up, which will be kind of fun. So Let's go ahead and click start and get this thing a-going. Got 10 seconds to join in if you haven't done so already. Glitch says, y'all on PC? No, we're on Xbox. Here we go. Everyone's kind of bunched up, but it looks like a few people took a shortcut. This looks like a castle with a putting green, which is kind of cool. Jang Me, Miss Deezy, Cat Beatrix are the first three. It looks like Cat Beatrix and Miss Deezy are the first two to get down. Dre and Glitch Grim said F that and took over the lead. It's now Glitch and Miss Deezy, rivals to the bitter end, in the lead right now. But this is a long track. We're going to go through some tires apparently here. Glitch made it through pretty well.
This is pretty cool.
I do like this one.
I want someone to make a map like this in real life and then have us all just put real marbles down the track.
The marbles would probably fly off and we'd be like, oh, was that my marble? Because you can't distinguish them. Glitch is hitting a bunch of tires, letting everyone catch up. ASB Bunny is trying to make their way through. Someone's going to have a really clean run through. And, of course, it's Miss Deezy, proving that she's, again, number
Holy
one.
cow.
But you're going to be the person in charge of knocking down the tires again. I like that these aren't those stupid blocks, which, like, take forever to disintegrate. Because, like, everyone's just annihilating them right now. Britnude is now in first place with Scriptory chasing. Tian Long in third place. And it's just going to be about who can get through these fucking things better. Britney just demolished that shit. The Scriptory right behind her. All right. I think Britney might take a good line through this. Called it.
That's a lot
And there's
of
one
tires
more
down there.
tire block.
Oh, my
Got bounced
Lanza.
backwards. You almost went off the edge. Let's look and see who's catching up. You are way far ahead, Britney. Scriptory, Laura, and Tian Long look like they're going to give you a run for your money if you don't zigzag here fast enough. But it looks like Britney, you are the victor. Congratulations, Laura Ann. Nope, Cat Beatrix is second, Miss Deezy third, beating out Glitchgram. Just saying. Who else do we got? A Meadows was just eliminated. Some folks are still making their way through. M Meadows comes in fourth place, circumventing a bunch of bullshit.
I really like that.
That one was really fun. Dre is fifth. I am sixth. Woo Scarish is seventh, and we'll watch the rest just trickle in. I really like ones where you have accelerators and it's about going fast because I want to go fast.
I hear if you're not first, you're last.
What was that accent?
I don't know.
I couldn't put my finger on it. All right. Britney is the winner. You're up to 36 points on the season. Go ahead and email storytime@scarish.com and let us know where we can send something to you because we can get you some free merch. Glitch Grim said, hey, don't help Adam. Sorry. Had to talk a little bit of shit. I would have done it for her too, though. So just saying. Actually, Faison says, last place, y'all. Or last place, yay. Technically, A Meadows and the Snark were in last place. Just saying, love you both. Mike Meadows is up to 50 points on the season. Dre is up to 59. Killsma is up to 69. And the Snark is at 47.
Alrighty. So thank you, everybody who's joined us for the live stream tonight. We know it was a little longer than usual. We wanted to make up for the fact that last week's Storytime episode definitely was my bad. So we're glad you guys are still around and watching us here and listening to us. And we're glad. We're happy to have you folks be a part of our community.
We appreciate you. So I'm just going to go into the normal outro stuff.
Cool.
So thank you to everyone who sent a story in. We sincerely appreciate when you share stuff like that with us because they've all been really, really funny. And it's always just a good time to record these episodes. If you have a story you'd like to share, please email storytime@scarish.com or go to our website, scarish.com. A clown was about to come out of my mouth. Scarish.com and click on Contact
Imagine
Us.
if a clown actually came out of your mouth, like the fingers just came up and just like...
Robin's just giving me nightmare fuel. Scarish.com, click on Contact Us, fill out that form. It comes directly to us or hit us up on any of our social medias. Facebook is facebook.com/scarishpodcast. Instagram is @scarishpodcast. And Twitter is @scarishpod. We'd love to hear from you. Robin, for those folks who would like to donate to us, how can they do so?
If you folks would like to help support us and donate to us, you can go over to patreon.com/scaryishpodcast. And those are monthly donations. We have a whole bunch of different tiers. I just uploaded like a little sneak peek to a design that I am working on. And hopefully we'll get finished soon. And then I'm starting the Christmas designs. So that'll be fun. So head on over there, check stuff out. And then you can go to ko-fi.com/scarishpodcast. And those are one-time donations that help us upgrade our studio setup. We were able to order our computer.
It all came in today,
weekend.
too. I get to start constructing this thing. I am so excited.
So thank you to everybody for donating, because you helped it happen. And now we're able to put this thing together and run things a lot smoother. And it's all thanks to you.
Start streaming more, in fact, which I am very, very excited for. And like Robin said, it is all thanks to you. Literally all of it. Storytime episodes don't exist without you. We probably wouldn't keep going if people weren't listening. So we appreciate every single one of you. So
please send in your Storytime episodes. We actually got one.
Send in your Homegrown Horrors.
I mean,
if you're recording your own Storytime episodes and you want to send those in, we'll probably listen to them.
Send in your Homegrown Horrors. We actually got one while we're sitting here recording, which is great. But we always need more. So send those in for us.
Send them in.
Where can they send it to us?
I've already gone over that.
Oh, okay.
They already know that. Storytime@scarish.com and all those other places as well. So that's just about everything we have for you folks tonight. So Robin, go ahead and send us out.
Keep on creeping on, and we'll talk to you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.